Here's a little something for your ears, whether it be for fries or their favorite snacks.
Oh, thank you, Tyler. Holy heck. Hi, gamers. I'm so low energy today, and my computer is just blowing up in the background, so I'm sorry for the fan. It's gonna be loud. She's not having a fun time. Welcome, guys. I'm exhausted. Hi! It's gonna be pretty low energy today. I'm trying to chill out. As you could see from the thumbnail, I'm bundled up, I got my stuffies, I'm ready to just do a little bit of art and try to chat a little bit, and then I'm probably gonna lay back down. Heck yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. Hopefully you've had a good week. Hopefully everybody's doing good. So yeah. Lots of random things we're gonna do today, but that is okay. Normalize doing nothing, right? Like, we need to, sometimes it's okay just to do nothing. I'm not doing nothing, obviously, but doing what society deems as nothing. It's kind of nice. So, hello. Hi. Man, I really should make like a PNG tuber for when I'm like exhausted, because it's just I do not look like this. That's okay. If you're wondering what is up with all of the random peeves everywhere, well, last live stream I gave you guys a little hint to something that's coming very soon, which is in fact we have Pyves plush potentially coming very soon. There's going to be a petition on Makeship, and it's going to be from June 10th to June 20th, and if we get enough signatures, Pyves plush will be real. So that's kind of the meme right now. We kind of have Pyves plush absolutely everywhere, and like watching the stream ominously from all angles. So if you're interested in signing up for when the petition goes live, you can click the link in the description, or my moderators are also sharing it in the chat. And yeah, that'd be super appreciated. It'd be super rad if we can have 1 million of these little guys running around in the world. And so yeah, in case you're wondering why that's happening, that's just a cool, fun thing happening in the background while I'm dying. So yeah, today I just wanted to draw a couple things for ArtFight, and if you don't know what ArtFight is, it's basically like this art like gifting site, I guess. It's like basically a competition where you draw a bunch of people's characters and you get points for your drawings, and it's something that goes on every year during July, and I'm trying to get my prep done a little early this year because I know I'm not feeling too well. So that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be animating little icons for my characters today, which will be super fun and super rad. I got this cute little Pyves giggling, like, impish little Pyves here. I've got a ton more I've already finished, but I basically want to like animate all my characters because I think it'd look really nice, because I'm all about the aesthetics. So yeah. Oh, I got a donation, didn't go through. I'm sorry. Hold on, Raven. It's going through now. Here it comes. Da da da. Heck yeah, cherries.
Hey Holly. Just popping in to wish you well and to have a lovely peaceful stream. Take care.
Oh, thank you, Raven. You're so nice. You're so sweet. Thank you for always being so positive, dude. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you. Heck yeah. I'm gonna definitely need it with I have a procedure coming up in a week now, so I probably won't be streaming next week. I'm gonna be in recovery. And it couldn't come sooner, obviously. I don't feel good, but that's okay. I think it's kind of important to show all sides of aspects of what it's really like, I guess, because I think a lot of people forget, like, kind of how hard it is. to be chronically ill and disabled, so I just want to kind of be real, I guess, and be like, hey, like, this is literally what goes on behind the screen most of the time, is that I'm quite sick and not feeling too well most of the time. And I really do try to keep my energy high, but it's, like, impossible to do all the time, so. I really admire, like, YouTubers who could just, like, raw dog it and just, like, be, like, 100% energy at all points in time. I'm like, dude, how do you do that? That's crazy. Alright, so I could show you guys some of the icons I already finished. So I did all of the characters from Mouse Tales, which is just Pyves and his friends. So we have Pyves and his friends. So this is Roshi. Roshi's a very, like, flamboyant, showy kind of character who's just very, like, all about that romance. He's just, like, a very full of heart, snazzy kind of guy. And then these are probably characters most of you haven't seen. If you're from, like, my Persona project videos, you've probably never seen these characters before in your life, so be prepared. They're really fun. This is Tad. They are a very playful, imaginative, and creative character. They have a little aviator hat. They have wings. They can fly. They use they, them. And I really like the color palette on Tad the most, I think, because I'm just a stickler for green and brown. It just looks really nice. And then there's Marlowe, my little Marlowe, just a sweet baby boy who is very shy and likes bugs. Very autism-coded character. Just really love him. He's just the shyest, sweetest little guy. And his favorite are ladybugs. And then there's Damari. Damari is the adventurous queen. She is a treasure hoarder. She is the lesbian of the group TM. She is just the adventurous one, the one that goes out and drags all of her poor introverted friends to do things. So yeah, that's like the Mouse Tales crew. Mouse Tales is gonna be a story I want to animate on my channel eventually. So, oh no, bear just fell. I'm sorry, bear. I'm sorry, my bear fell. Dude, sit. What are you doing? Why are you flying out of my arms? Like, Bear is currently wearing a shirt that says Emotional Support Bear, by the way, because I shop for clothes for my bear at Build-A-Bear because it's really cute. Normalize buying bear clothes. Anyways. So yeah, that's the Mouse Tales crew. Those are the main characters of that story. There's also a character from the same world. This is like, honestly, this is one of my most random OCs that just happens to also be from Gigaterra, which is the planet that Pyves and his friends are from. This is Audie. Audie is a really old character from like 2013 or 14, before I even had a YouTube. And Audie is actually an Undertale OC. So like, basically he had a twin that was like named Eddie. So it was like Audie and Eddie. And they ran a shop in the underground called Odds and Ends, and I'd write little stories about all the little items that you could find in Undertale, and Audie would go around collecting them and like researching them and like kind of like making up, I guess, a Pokédex for like Undertale items. So like, it's one of those things where like I rarely show my fandom OCs, but like this one is just so near and dear to my heart. I've always loved my little Audie. And then of course I have Dusty and Toka, which are going to be the main characters of my little animated series, which is called Toka. Toka is the little creature, the little critter with the mask, and Dusty is the human companion to Toka. They are very sweet, they are very fun, very adventurous. They want to save the world from pollution. They're good beans. They're both, different flavors of non-binary. So Toka's agender, And Dusty's non-binary. They all use they, them. There's no gender here. It's beautiful. And then we go on to Wander. Wander is the next upcoming project after I get Origins in order. Wander's about this character named Milo, who is a very kind of high-strung, perfectionist, anxious kind of protagonist. And he's very much learning to relax. That's basically the whole premise, is that he needs to learn to stop playing by the rules and let go and have fun. And that's his lucky compass that he's holding. He has like a lucky compass that like he solely relies on at all points in time to point him in the right direction, as he says. And this is Finn. Finn is the companion to Milo. They are gonna go on a lot of adventures together, but Finn is very nonchalant, chill. Literally, favorite food is eating cricket pops, which is just disturbing to most people. And Finn's just very much like a chill, fun kind of character, kind of guy. Very much like a go with the flow, relax. Complete opposite to Milo, and that's why they balance each other out super well. And then the last character I've animated so far is Quinny, who is a mysterious creature that Milo and Finn accidentally summon using a spooky spell. And this little creature wants to go home, and they are another lovely non-binary character who is nonverbal. And I think that's really neat. Really, really fun stuff with my current characters I have done so far. So those are the introductions. So I think I'm gonna continue where I left off and go with the rest of the Wander crew today. Because there's lots of really fun Wander characters. And I just really enjoy drawing them. How come I never heard of these guys until now? Probably because most of the fan base I have anymore has been here for Persona Project and probably has never realized that I have more cartoons in the works. Like, I have a lot of ideas and stories coming out eventually, so don't feel bad if you don't know what the heck is going on. Like, there's only, like, a select, like, I think I had, like, 10,000 subscribers for, like, years and years and years, basically, like, just about. And those, like, 10K are, like, they know what's up. They've been here from the beginning. But if you're not there from the beginning, that's totally fine. You're still totally valid. Like, I appreciate you learning about the new characters and supporting my future projects, because, yeah, once Persona Project is done, like, I'm not done. Like, I have fun stuff to make, you know? Okay, so next character I'm gonna do is this character. Her name is Wes. She is... Oh god, I just love her outfit so much. She is so freaking adorable. She's, like... Basically, Wander is just, like, everything you know about magic and, like, magical projects. It's like, I don't know. I took things like, oh, instead of it being a vampire, they're called nocturnes, and they can turn into any animal. Like, it's not like a, oh, they can only turn into bats, and they can only, you know, they can't walk out in sunlight. Like, we kind of, like, twist the narrative a little bit on, like, some traditional stuff. So, it's very much like, I don't know, I like taking the stereotypes of, like, those types of things, like Owl House-esque characters, or just like general like wizardry, and I'm like, ah, yeah, let's take that and let's switch it up a little bit. So that's what Wes is all about. She's such a quirky and fun character. She does not know what she's doing at all points in time.
Working on my ArtFight icons while listening to someone work on their ArtFight icons. Wow, ArtFightception.
Heck yeah, dude! That's so freaking rad. So yeah, if you want, I have my ArtFight in the description of this video if anybody wants to like follow me and see what I got going on there. I will be like listing all my characters and putting like reference sheets and various artworks I've done for them if you ever want to like browse, because I don't really have social media anymore. I just don't. But it's all a big work in progress, so if you go in there right now, you'll be like, what the heck is going on? Like, half the characters are, like, not done. But... I'm sorry, I haven't been paying attention to chat very much. I've just been doing, like, lots of, like, introducing, like, what I'm doing, but now I'll go ahead and see if there's any- if any of you guys have questions in the chat, I'll do a little bit of Q&A. I'm, like, out of breath from talking. I'm, like, real exhausted, but I will do my best. So yeah, I've been doing Animal Crossing music today because last stream got demonetized somehow. I really truly don't know how. I guess Wii music is just tanking. I don't know. I really don't know, chat. Oh, goodness. No. You guys are so fun. Oh my god. You guys seem to be doing so much cool stuff today. Conventions? Oh, I'm seeing a lot of, like, conventions. That's fun. That's cool. Out of breath of talking about little guys. Yes, the pill bug. Yes, look. I'm utterly exhausted. So, like, oh, I don't even know how to explain it. So, like, yesterday was the first time I've ever gotten to use my wheelchair, which I was really excited about because I got my wheelchair in and I was like, oh my god, I need to go out and learn how to use it a little better. Because I've used wheelchairs before, but I've never had my own. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to get accustomed to my wheelchair. So I went out and it's definitely gonna take a lot of work for me to be independent because, wow, it was way more exhausting when I was already feeling bad to, like, push myself around. So it's definitely gonna be a thing of, like, when I feel bad, I'm gonna have to have some assistance. But, like, the goal is to get myself a little bit more independent because right now I have, like, no independence. Because my disabilities are shockingly, I know, disabling. It's a crazy concept. But yeah, so now I have a new wheelchair, which I'm really excited about, but it was really tiring yesterday. I think I kind of over-tuckered myself out a little bit, but I was really giddy and excited, so can you blame me? I really wanted to try it out. And it ended up being pretty good. I just need to, like, probably work up my arm muscles a little bit, because I sure was like, wow, that was, like, exercise. I haven't done exercise since... oh, I don't know last time I physically exercised, actually. Like, maybe, like, August of last year? Yeah, oh my god, yeah, Goldfish Tamer. I want to go out and, like, find accessible parks and be able to just, like, feel the sun, dude.
I have awoken from my eternal slumber. Fry rain.
Fry. Fellas Ultra, that was really funny. I don't know why, it just came out, like, it didn't say, like, fry rain, it just sounded like fried. Like, I've awoken from my eternal slumber. Fried, period. Like, I imagined you like a crispy, like, overly cooked, like, French fry. Like, fried. But it's fry rain, which I enjoy more than a way too fried fry. Oh my god, but yeah. I really want to, like, go out more. Like, I really do. I think that's, like, the hardest part, is that I've been able-bodied most of my life. And then, like, I had a surgery that just really messed me up. And now I can't walk very well. And it's like, wow, like, it's definitely, like, an eye-opener, because, like, I had the fortunate past of being able-bodied most of my life, and now I don't have that. And, like, yeah, it's definitely an eye-opener. Like, I went to the store, and it was just like, wow, I can't reach anything. Like, all the shelves are so tall. And I was like, I legit have to get up to grab stuff. And I was like, dang, like, it's just, the world is just so inaccessible, and you see it through such a different lens when it happens to you. Like, yes, you can try and be understanding, but, like, from my own experience of growing up able-bodied and now being disabled, it's like, wow, it's, like, so jarring, and a lot of people don't take it for granted. I had some pretty rude interactions yesterday as well. People complaining that they should have, you know, I should have been left at home because I go too slow and they have to go around me, and, you know, the microaggressions that come with being disabled. People just do not understand what they have. Like, it's just a frustrating thing now for me, because I certainly took, like, my privilege for granted most of my life. I mean, sure, I was mostly a child at those points, and it's like, what am I supposed to understand as a kid? But, like, enough at the same time, just from my own perspective of learning lately, it's just like, man, the days that I am able-bodied are good days, and I cherish them very deeply. And I'm hoping that after I start my physical therapy and everything, that I'll be doing a lot better, and then I have plans to donate my wheelchair if I don't need it anymore, but as of right now, it's, like, very necessary, and I need my mobility aids to make my life a little better, because right now I don't really do much. I just sit here and draw, and that's fun and all, but I would very much like to go to the store without being hospitalized. So, you know, like normal people stuff. So that's kind of what's been going on in the background this week, and that's why I haven't had any Persona Project episodes coming out. I know a lot of people are like, where the heck is it? And I'm like, it's with me in my head as I lie in bed unable to move, unfortunately. But I have lots of doctor's appointments, I have a procedure next week, I have lots of things coming my way to help me feel better. Oh Laura, I'm not trying to feel bad about having mobility aids. I'm so grateful that I'm able to have them. Like, they genuinely are going to help me so much. And I had to get over that, because I had a lot of internalized ableism. Because growing up, obviously, my parents loved to ignore every single thing that was ever, like, diagnosed with me. Like my autism and several other physical conditions I've ever had. So of course I've been gaslit and told my entire life that nothing is ever wrong with me, and that I'm fine, and that I don't need that, and blah blah blah. So it was very much overcoming the really crappy lessons that I had learned growing up, and learning to just say, no, this is what I need, which is great. Yeah, it's definitely an eye-opener, and I have worked with many different kinds of people before. Like, I used to be a caregiver, and I used to work with elderly and disabled people all the time, and one thing that I would hear on a regular basis is just the struggle of not being able-bodied, but also the blessing of having mobility aids. So that's how I'm viewing it. I'm like, I'm so glad I could have one, and I have friends who are willing to help me as well. So, positivity is key. Yeah, I know, everybody's like, we don't care, you could do Persona Projects your own rate, which I'm very glad. I'm very glad everybody's just chill. Oh yeah, I can't... Right now, I can't add the moderation stuff right now, Koi, so I'll probably do that afterwards, because I can barely focus on drawing, so I need to just do that right now. Sorry, Finley, I'm sorry. So yeah, this is the part of the animation where it might look a little silly, so just be warned, it's gonna look a little silly, because I'm gonna be doing some stuff in layers, certain layers. Oh wait, you know what I need to do? I didn't even make the animation. So, I'm thinking for Wes, I like to do like little kind of few frame things. So I'm thinking I'll have her do like a little like, either like she found a cool mushroom and she's like, oh, this is awesome, like maybe sparkles in her eyes, or maybe she's like doing like a mad scientist like experiment potion going wrong, which I think will be really fun because I like animating bubbles, so I might go with the potion thing. Yeah, Alex, thank you for admiring that, because I sure did get like 100 episodes of Persona done in like no time flat, and yeah. It was definitely like a huge thing I accomplished. Like, I feel really, I'm glad I got to do all that. I definitely have a lot more to go, but like, it's definitely been a journey, and I hope to continue it as soon as I can. As healthy as I can, obviously. That's the goal here. Because, like, yes, working is good, but it's also just, like, a very capitalistic thing, where it's like, oh, you must always be doing something. And that's something I'm trying to stop, because I have that huge, what my therapist calls hurry sickness, where it's just, like, I always feel like I have to be doing something and rush, 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 and go, 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 fast as you can, make things, produce, 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 and it's like, ugh. Late stage capitalism, burnout, so bad. And so I'm trying to just enjoy the process more and do more things for just me. So, in case you're like, where is the Persona project? Like, trust me, I want to work on it, but enough at the same time, I've done a lot already. So we should appreciate that and be patient, because yeah, it sure is rough for me to even walk right now. Oh, yay!
How do you tackle writing villains both irredeemable and redeemable? Your stories are very inspiring. Love the designs for Wonder.
Oh, thank you, Anonymous. Oh my god. And also, Jay the Slay, I love the certification of being a silly weirdo. Thank you. Love this. This is great. Anonymous, how do I tackle writing villains that are both irredeemable and redeemable? Give them humanity. There's a lot of villainy, especially like Disney villains I found, where they're very much black and white, like, oh, good versus evil. Like, it's very easy to be like, oh, you're evil, therefore I don't have to, you're not like a person, we can just blow you up, and then everybody in the movie cheers with joy, and then we roll credits, and it's like, make it to where that's not okay. Make it to where your villains are human. Because, like, nothing is more powerful than having, like, a normal person be a villain. I think my Brightside villains are really good examples of this. Like, I have some really fun, very human villains. Like, example, one of the player characters, Toby, his dads are both villains. They're like a villain duo. And Toby has this really bad view of them and thinks they're like these horrible, awful people who have like killed people and blah blah blah. But as time goes on, you realize more and more, these guys are just Scooby-Doo villains. They're just silly. And they're mostly just doing it for a job. They don't really want to be villains. It's very obvious that they're not actually bad guys, but they have like people controlling them, and they have bad circumstances that they have to keep being villains for. And so it's like, you could also add that, like, what is their intention? What is your villain's intention? Like, is it to be just evil? Okay, then they're just gonna be a Scooby-Doo silly, like, I'm going to be evil kind of guy. Because, like, even that's kind of fun and interesting to me. But to me, making them human to where it's like, they have a home to go to. Maybe they have family. Maybe they have a pet that they really care about. Like, Imp is a really good example of my redeemable and irredeemable at the same time. Where he's funny, and he obviously cares about me a lot by the end. Like, at the beginning, no. But at the end, he's like, oh my gosh, you're like my little sister. You're like the only family I have. And it's like this thing where you watch his change of heart happen on screen over time as they adventure together and they grow really close. And it's like, that is what makes him redeemable, because he changed. He changed right before your very eyes. And then he also has irredeemable moments where he's watching Ivy get in a dangerous situation with her abuser and he's laughing. And it's like, that is not redeemable. You don't laugh at other people being abused. Like, he has moments where he is dastardly and awful, but because he's like a human with emotions and he has a family and he wants to save the rift, he has all of these motives and things that make him more than just the bad guy. It makes it incredibly nuanced and complex. So yeah, I really, really enjoy writing villains, obviously. And Wander is a story that actually doesn't have villains. Like, it's definitely like a... There's different kinds of conflicts in the story. There's like a basic premise of conflict in story. And if you don't, you know, remember this from English class or you haven't gotten there yet, brief update on, or brief lesson on writing. So you have different kinds of conflict in story. You have like what they call man versus self. We have man versus nature. And then some other man versus man or something like that. I believe those are the top three, if I'm remembering anything off the top of my head. And so there's always like a versus self versus somebody else or versus like the world. And Wander's very much a versus self. The story is very much about self-exploration. It's about characters. It's a very much a queer story, by the way. Wander is like the queerest story I'm gonna tell. And it's very much about realizing that you're queer. And I feel like that's a really important story to tell because I don't really see it represented in the way that I like. I think it'd be really fun to just also jump into a story where nobody ever starts telling it. Because for me, I really think it would be fun, like, these characters are going to be like juniors at their magic school. Like, they're juniors. Like, it's not like, oh yeah, freshman year, time to start high school, or oh yeah, we're gonna go to college next year, we're seniors now, and it's very much like, now they're in the middle of it, they still have one more year to go, like, you know, they're just very average in that sense, in a very on-average world, because I like comparing and contrasting worlds versus characters, where in their world, they're like, oh, this is such a drag. Potions class is so boring. But to us, it's like fantastic and wondrous. And like, oh, I would love to be in a potions class. I want to give you the sense when you're watching Wander that they would look at us and they would be like, oh my gosh, they get to go to math class. Math sounds so crazy. And, like, I just really like the idea that there's just, like, in this magical, wonderful world, they're just so average. They're just average kids figuring out who they are. And each character has their own kind of set of personality traits and things that I'm gonna explore. Like, the whole premise of the main character, Milo, is that he has no idea that he's gay. And he goes traveling around with Finn and ultimately falls in love with Finn and then goes, oh no, I didn't even know I liked boys. This is scary. And it's that kind of level of awkward but very necessary exploration, and the whole premise, it's called Wander. It's to wander away from the norm. It's very much like, there's so much symbolism to everything I do, like, obviously. But I really enjoy it, and I really am excited. I think Wes's story is gonna be really fun, because I don't know, there's something about each of the characters that brings something unique. where it's like a unique queer experience every time. And I think Wes is like the one queer experience that I really, really want to celebrate, which is just like queer pride. Just so much confidence, so much joy. Queer joy is what she encapsulates. Like, she is the embodiment of joy. Like, she's a trans girl. She's like pan. She is just so, like, she knows who she is already. And like celebrating that is like a huge deal, in my opinion, because like it takes a long time to figure out who you are, but she's so confident where she is, and like that's what her whole story celebrates, is like she's the confidence of the group. She's like kind of low-key like the leader, big sibling, like believe in yourself hype girly. And I love it for her so very, very much. Such a cheerful little gal. Ugh, love her. Symbolism is a goated writing technique. You are absolutely right. How'd I come up with the designs for Persona Project? Asked Kit. I feel like I answer this every live stream. I apologize if I sound like redundant. But I don't know, I just looked at the stages of my life and I thought about what was either symbolic to it, like how a tadpole is very clearly like a child, like undoubtedly so. Oh my goodness, I'm watching my cat curl up on my bed. That's so cute. He's being cute. Oh my god. But yeah, I basically looked at it and I viewed the symbolism and things that would make sense to me. Like, Blackbird is literally a blackbird because I was in chorus in one of my favorite performances we ever put on was a Beatles concert. And my favorite song was Blackbird. That's why she's a blackbird. That's why she has broken wings. Like, it's very personal to me, and like I can't really explain it all that terribly much, other than it is just like the most personal thing I've ever made when it comes to just the symbolism. And sometimes there is symbolism that I don't even want to explain. Because it's just personal to me, and obviously some of it's very obvious, like, why is Holly a cat? Because I made 12, like, it's really not that deep, like, that's a cat. I used to have a fursona, like, you know, that kind of thing. And so yeah, it's one of those things for me where I'm like, I can't really explain that very well, unfortunately, because it means so much to me, and it's so easy for me to be like, oh yeah, that's why this is that. Like, Blackbird wears a mask because she started masking her autism. And, you know, why doesn't Holly wear glasses even though I technically wear glasses my whole life? And it's stuff like that where I'm like, oh, because Holly's blind. Holly has no idea what she's doing. Holly is messed up. She could not see, like, what she was doing, literally. And so, like, there's so much, so much. I can't sit here. I could sit here for 4 hours and I'd still be going. So, and when people are like, how do you make them? I just, every little part of it, like, down to the clothes that I would wear. I still have some of the outfits when I'm feeling well enough. I really want to do, like, a video where I can, like, wear the outfits of my eras and show you guys. I still have articles of their clothing to this day that I still fit in because I'm tiny. And it's just like, yeah, like, stuff like that. There's so much that goes into it. Behind the scenes. Okay, we're gonna have Wes being a mad scientist over here. It's gonna be great. Why does Holly have a Christmas theme? Mostly because the name Holly is Christmassy in general to me, and it's very, like the whole theme of 12 and Origins, if you've ever watched my cartoon, everybody is named after a plant. And so to include the holly actual plant on the character is a nod to 12. Like if I was in 12, that would be like my character's name, you know? Like I would be Holly and I would be named after the holly bush. Or the holly tree. I had a bush in my yard and that was holly. I don't know. They always think it's a bush, not a tree. Yeah, it is definitely based off of the song. Alright, so my lovely little mad scientist here. The animation's gonna look a little still because I'm doing piece by piece. So I just did the eyes and the body, and then we're gonna do the mouth, and then we'll do the little potion bottle, and then we can color it. Did I leave her little teeth out? Oh, okay. She has vampire-like teeth. Which I really adore. She's so cute, I love her. Oh goodness. What's my pronoun? I know you being pronouns, Maria. I just think that's we should what's my pronouns? Holly. No, I'm kidding. My pronouns are they, them, he, him, she, her. I really don't enjoy she, her that much, but I know it's what everybody defaults because they hear my voice and they're like, oh, that's an AFAB. Oh my god, we are gonna call you she, her. That's the only reason why I don't like it very much, is because it's mostly based off of an assumption. Sometimes I do like to be feminine, sometimes I do enjoy being a girl, but it's becoming less and less. Because I think a lot of my femininity was performative for society and the people around me. And now that I don't need to perform, I realize how much femininity I did not actually enjoy. Which is fine. Gender is super duper nuanced. And that is also a big topic I'm gonna go over in Wander. Alright, let's do like a laugh for her. With her scary little fangs out and everything. And the laughing's gonna look really silly because my laughing animation is like one frame with the mouth kind of open and then one frame with it very open. And it just kind of looks like they're nomming on some food or something. Until I go and add the bounciness to it, so ignore that for a moment. It's just kind of gonna look like that. Maybe we'll do like a ha ha ha, and then I'll leave the mouth open, so it's like a literal, like, evil laugh. Mwahaha. And then we'll close the mouth. And then we'll put it back to normal. The idea behind this is that I'm making a GIF that's loopable, so it'll just keep replaying itself. Just like that. Awesome, now let's do the potion bottle. So I always start backwards when I know I have to animate something coming onto the screen, so I put the item where I need it, and then I animate backwards. So like, I know I want her to pull up like a potion like right here. And so that's where it's gonna end up, and then I go backwards, and then I have it come up like that. Alright, and then the bubbles and stuff I'll animate last, I think. But yeah, here's like the premise. Mwahaha. I think I will also have like a little hand come up, like where she's like doing like her like claws, like mwahaha. Oh. Ari, what's your favorite thing to do in your free time? Right now, playing video games has been my lord and savior. because it's very low energy. I can also do it from my bed. I've been playing Pokemon Ultra Moon. I've been playing Animal Crossing, doing my design, like my little happy home designs, so I can eventually share those with my little Animal Crossing ships and build series. And I've been playing a lot of Wobble Dogs. I've been doing a lot of Minecraft with friends. I started playing Wizard 101 with my brother again, because that's a very nostalgic game for us. We always play it every summer. It's like a summer tradition, is to play Wizard 101 and like Animal Jam. So we're just revisiting our old games and playing those. Playing Mario Sunshine, playing my old retro games, because I'm a retro game collector. My opinion on Therians. I get this so much, Leafpaw. Guys, it's concerning. It should be so obvious that I love and cherish everyone, no matter what labels you hold. You are loved and you are welcomed here, especially Therians. I am a huge furry advocate. I don't know if I'm a furry myself per se, but I definitely have some tendencies, and all of my friends are furries. I don't know why everybody thinks I would hate them. Do you see what I draw? I love Therians. There's so many people who are like, you are so Therian coded. I'm like, I could be a Therian, I don't know. That's exactly why we don't hate people. That's exactly why we don't reject people that are different, because you don't know. You could be just like them and you don't know yet. Like, big theme of the day. I support everyone. I don't understand why that is such a hard concept. Like, I understand the world is a cruel place, and then I'm so in my own bubble. I forget that, like, that's a thing. Like, people actually, like, hate you. Like, that's sad. Like, I forget that hate exists a lot of the time, because I'm so, like, in my own positive world, and I'm so kind and caring, and that's what I cultivate. It's like, whoa, I forget there's a whole world out there that's so mean and awful. Because I just don't engage in it. Like, I mean it in the nicest way. I'm just like, okay guys, like, it should be fairly obvious that I support everyone, and that I cherish and love everyone, and I celebrate differences. Like, that is something huge on my channel. I've done, like, from day one. So, if anyone's ever confused or concerned, I don't hate anyone. And I'm not gonna be like, if you're this specific thing, get out of my live chat right now. There's only a very few specific things where I'm like, hey, obviously if you're homophobic or transphobic, you're not welcome here. Obviously if you're being hateful, you're not welcome here. But if it's positive and you're not hurting anyone, like, I don't know, being a Therian or otherkin, or using neo pronouns, or whatever, furry, I don't know, anything like that. What are you doing that is so bad? You're not hating anyone, you're fine, you're allowed to be here, and it's sad that you think you're not, because that's the norm outside of here. Like, that's really, really such a bummer deal. So yeah, this is a safe place, don't worry. I have literally moderators and everybody on the go. Like, we try to keep it as safe and fun as possible for everyone. Because, yeah, the world sucks. Bottom text. Oh my gosh. In case you're wondering about the color palette for Wes, it's very much mint chocolate chip. Like, I was thinking of ice cream, alright? Because her eyes are pink. And I was just like, oh my god, she just reminds me of ice cream. She just reminds me of ice cream so much. I don't know what it is about her, but I'm just like, that's a Neapolitan girly. And I went crazy on the Neapolitan color palette for her, because it's just so stinking cute. I also forgot her, like, gauges. Oops. There we go. Because piercings are rad. Self-expression is a big theme in Wonder. Do you think Blackbird would be a fighting and dark type trainer? The Pillbug, that's so hilarious that you say that, because in my current playthrough of Ultra Sun and Moon, I have a Pokemon for each era, because there's 6 Pokemon, there's 6 eras. And Blackbird is actually a right now Blackbird's a Volibee, but I'm hoping to evolve her into Mandibuzz, and that's a flying dark type, which is really funny. My current team of Pokemon for that playthrough is that Wildchild's a Mewtwo. Because I think it's really funny that there's a Pokemon that doesn't ever attack anybody, but if you hit it, it'll hit back really hard. And I was like, wow, that's so Wildchild coded. And so I love that for her. And then Blackbird's the Volibee. Parker is a Larvesta. Firebug type. And then, Holly is a Wigglytuff, like a normal fairy. I was gonna go for Clefable, but I don't know, Wigglytuff was just nostalgic Pokemon Mystery Dungeon for me, so I chose that. And then Haley is a Goodra, because I couldn't think of anything more fitting for Haley than a slime dinosaur. Literally. So, yeah. And then Robin is a Cradily, like, one of the fossil Pokemon. Because I'm a huge fan of fossil Pokemon, and it's, like, grass and rock makes the most sense for Robin to me. Okay. I'm getting my coloring done here. Mandibuzz is so underrated. I've literally, like, unfortunately I picked a lot of, like, pseudo-legendaries, so I spent, like, a good 10 hours just getting Goodra, or, like, Goomy and Larvesta. Larvesta had a 1% spawn rate in, like, one specific cave, and then Goodra you could only get from, like, a very specific, like, very, very specific SOS call if it was raining in a specific place. Oh my god. It was horrendous. No reason for it to be that difficult at all. So yeah, I fought really hard to get my Aris the Pokemon that would best represent them, and so far my playthrough's going very well. I've gotten a couple shinies, actually. I caught a shiny Floatzel the other day, and then I also got a shiny Lombre. It was crazy. I've, like, never had that kind of luck. But I did. I got a couple shinies. I was like, oh my god. This is a blessed playthrough. So yeah, that's my gaming, rant. But Robin is a bird. Why not Archeops? I don't know if that Pokemon was available. Oh, because I already had a flying type, Sachikoko. I already had Blackbird as our flying type, and I wanted to have a little bit more typing diversity, because I already have a major disadvantage to, like, electric. With my team, it was pretty rough, so I wanted to make sure I was balancing my team a little better. So that's why I picked the like, prehistoric plant guy. If I was one Pokemon, what would I be? Oh, it's so hard. If I had to pick one, and I guess just one, probably a Jolteon. Like, I just want to be a spike ball, little bristling, little angry, little zip-zap guy, you know? I'd love to be Jolteon. I've had several dreams where I've been an electric type, so I think I'm just deep down an electric type, which is really funny. My favorite Pokemon? I have a lot. It's a loaded question. My favorite Pokemon is Shelder, Zubat, and then obviously I just said Jolteon. Lugia is my favorite legendary. I have a lot of Pokemon that I'm just, like, obsessed with, that are just, like, totally random that nobody really cares about. Like, Lantern. Oh, I love Lantern, dude. Lantern's such a based Pokemon. Just things like that. Like, I could go on and on and on. Like, I guess my second favorite legendary, oh god, that's tough. Darkrai. Because I'm, like, a huge Pokemon anime person, too. Like, Darkrai, the Rise of Darkrai, the movie was freaking based as hell. Love anti-heroes so much. Which Pokemon soundtrack is my favorite? The Pillbug? That is a fantastic question. I love music, dude. I'm such a music person. Oh my god, I never get asked about my music. This is so exciting. Oh, my favorite Pokemon soundtrack. I was just listening to the Pokepark. Like, there's a spin-off game called Pokepark. I was just listening to that soundtrack all morning. Pokepark. Oh my god, I love that game. It has a really good soundtrack, but it's not my favorite. My favorite might have to be, like, Diamond and Pearl, like, Sinnoh region. Because it's the most nostalgic for me. Solely because it's nostalgic, I think. Like, I just think that's gonna win because it takes me the furthest back. Either that or the Heart Gold and Soul Silver tracks. Because those are very nostalgic for me. Alright, let's see here. For my potion, the potion I want to do is one that's actually specifically from Wander. Here, I think I have a concept comic of it. I can show you guys. Let's see. Concept art. Here we go. So this is a premise of one of the episodes of Wander that I drew as a comic like forever ago. That's like, they're like wandering into the courtyard and Milo's like, Finn? And then they look up and they're like, oh my god! And Wes is just in these giant rainbow bubbles. And she's like, I'm a genius! And they're like, oh my god, she messed up her potions. And then Milo's like, Wes, you use too much abalone shell dust, you're floating away, oh my god. Like, Milo's freaking out. Finn thinks this is hilarious. And Wes is like, have you seen my discovery? Isn't this awesome? As she's like floating away. So I want to use the rainbow bubbles. So if that's the case, I'm going to show you a fun, neat little animation hack of mine called How I Animate Amari from Brightside TM. Which is essentially we're going to create a rainbow background using like an airbrush tool. So I'm going to do like, okay, much bigger than that. We're going to get some rainbows going here. And essentially, I'm gonna end up using my warp tool and animating the warp tool to make it all wiggly and wobbly and fun. And that's how we're gonna make this. Wes is crazy. I love Wes so much. I hope that people don't find her annoying. I think people will hopefully find her to be the most fun character where they're like, oh my god, Wes is here, you know it's gonna be chaos. It's just gonna be nothing but chaos. And it's like, oh god, help us. Alright, so if you hear me scratching the heck out of my screen, I promise you, it's not what you think is happening. Essentially, I very much a long time ago, a sad Holly era was like, oh my god, I'm gonna work on some random art project for school on top of my drawing tablet that involved Mod Podge, and guess what? Got all over my tablet screen. Mod Podge. Guess what doesn't come off your tablet screen? Mod Podge. So Holly Era is a dumb freaking bitch. That's all I have to say. But anyways, I have this warp grid tool I use, and like by creating keys, you could like make it wiggle, which is really fun. But before I do that, I'm gonna make sure it returns to the same point that it starts, so the animation loops really nicely. And I essentially like move all of these points around to like make the rainbow go wee. So I'm gonna have the rainbow go wee. You know, technical terms here. Having the rainbow go wee. I'm probably gonna move this point too, so it goes up and around and all kinds of all over everywhere, because I love doing this kind of animation stuff. And like, my program is pretty based, I will say. Like, this is maybe not something you could do in every program, but essentially it'll do this woo swirly kind of thing. And then we apply it and watch it go pretty color, yay. And And then we just go and delete every area that isn't the thing we want. So, it's by selecting this, inverting it, and then deleting everything. Whee! See? And then that's how you do a rainbow. Nice. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. That's how I do that. But now I'm gonna animate some little bubbles, because I like animating bubbles. Well, it became waterproof at last. MK. I mean, there's a small section of the screen that is waterproof, but it makes this horrible scratching noise that I have to live with forever. I've tried everything to get it off. It's quite sad. But alas. Alright, let's do some bubble animations. Alright. I like to animate on 3s for the most part here. So let's try to match the color that's like at the top. So it's basically just going to be a bunch of circles going up into the air, like so. So we'll do a yellow. Ooh, that's a really nice color. Ooh, I want to do an orange. I love orange. Orange is like literally one of my favorite colors right now. I think I just did 2 oranges. Oh, never mind. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm doing 2 oranges. I'm being too biased to the orange. Okay. Do this reddish. I also like making the bubbles get really big and then get really small, because then it creates like a kind of a wispy effect, which is fun. Alright, let's add some more bubbles, and we're almost done with this one. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Well, Chell should have a TED Talk. I don't even know what she would even talk about. I guess the proper method to making mud pies or something like that, where she's like, I see you guys are not doing this properly. I'd like to give you a lesson on how to make the best mud pie. It'd be very matter-of-factly. It would be very much her being like, I see that nobody knows what they're doing, and it would be like, girl, what? Mildly insulting. Okay, there's some bubbles. Okay, is that enough bubbles, though, is the question. Okay, maybe like one more set of bubbles. One more set of bubbles for the road. Says I. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Alright, maybe 4. It seems a little choppy. 4 will be... There we go. And now, that's done. So then I collapse all my layers like a madman. And then we do the bounciness, which is always really fun. Alright. The bounciness will require some horrifying moments where I'm gonna chop her head off, because it's just, I drew it really close up. So ignore that. For those of you who are just coming in and wondering who this character is, it's from a show that I'm gonna be doing eventually called Wander. Her name is Wes. She is having a bit of a mad scientist moment, which is normal and fun and fine. So yes, whenever I have to do the bouncing animation, there's usually a point where I have to cut off my character's head, which is quite unfortunate. But that's okay, we can fix it, we can fix it. Like, we could just go in here and fix the hat, add some line art, and it's all good, you know? Nobody will ever know. Nobody will ever know. Never let them know your next move. Boom. Alright, I'm also gonna put it here. I'm also gonna have her bounce back down here. Alright, then we're gonna smush that. And now I do all my up animations, which every time her mouth is like really open, I'm gonna go up because that creates the laughing. Okay, so these are in 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's very much like animation is a lot more technical than people give it credit for. Like, yes, it's a drawing, but like honestly, most of the time it's just understanding how to like bend the program to your will. So there you go. Now she's laughing and doing her mad scientist stuff. Which is cute! And then I'm gonna grab the background color, we're just gonna add a little outline, and she's done! She's done! Very pumped, very excited. We're gonna go a little more green on the background, just so she doesn't, like, clash with it too bad. There we go. Because I love doing this little border, because my program allows me to do it, and it's really cute. I don't know, there's something about it that's really adorable. It just adds to it. You all get a cat. Thank you, Zane Smith. Can't wait. Mine is insane. I don't know if I want another one right now, but I'm always down for more cats. What do I use to animate? I use TV Paint, which is a bonkers program. Alright, let's collapse everything and that's it. I've been Animated Wes. I think that's pretty cool. Here's the final product. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, I love her. You have no idea. I'm looking at her with so much admiration. I'm like, it's my daughter, dude. I love her so much. What a fun time. Now I gotta, okay, actually, I'll do a little poll in the chat. I'll show you guys the characters I can animate, and I'll have you guys decide which one we do next. Okay, I've got, let's see. Alright, so I've got 3 different characters we can choose from. I've got Kitty. Kitty is a pink-haired, celestial being girly, who has a cat hat that is alive. It's a living, breathing cat. Oh, thank you, program. I'm trying to show them the reference sheet. Lovely that you want to save right now. Very yellow, very bouncy, very fun. She's the lesbian of the group TM. And then we have Lance. Lance looks like a scary emo boy, is actually the softest, sweetest baby you've ever met. So I really like him because he is a manta beast, so he's kind of like a manticore, but more cow-like, I guess, which is really cute. And yeah, he's this big soft boy. Like, he is not bad. Like, I know he looks scary, that's kind of the whole point of his character, is that looks are like deceiving. He's actually very sweet. He loves animals. He wants to be a cryptozoologist. And then the last character that we could pick from is Allie. They are a non-binary gnome who likes to make robots. They have a little pet bug who's just like this little bug that has like a single wheel that like runs around. And they're kind of like a little bit of a hot-headed, kind of uptight character, kind of like know-it-all. Can be a little difficult sometimes, but truly good intentions. So yes, these are the 3 I'm choosing between. We have Lance, Kitty, and Allie. So I'll make a little poll so you guys can vote. Oh, who animate if I could type. Next. Kitty. Lance. Or Allie. Oop, that's how you spell that. Allie. There you go. Poll going up. So you guys can pick who we do next. Allie's not an owl anymore? No, because I created Allie like this originally. Like I could pull up the old sheets. Like that was the first design, and like I really truly don't know why I went with an owl. I mostly went with an owl because I wanted to like essentially like get over my fear of owls, which was kind of dumb and stupid of me. Where's the old design? Okay, yeah, here's the old design. This is the old design from 2019, by the way. And then the 2022 design here, which I went more with because I don't know why I thought I could get over my fear of owls by drawing them constantly. Like, that's not healthy or good for me. Exposure therapy was not a good idea, essentially. I'm terrified of owls. I really don't know why I did that to myself. Don't make the same mistakes Holly Era did. Smiley face. Thumbs up emoji. That was actually Haley Era, I don't know what I'm saying. Everybody loves Kitty! I love her too. Oh my god, we're gonna animate all the girlies today. Yes. Kitty's sweet. That's really funny. Alright guys, I'll end the poll. Kitty is winning by 56% it seems. Which is awesome. Oh, that's so fun. Oh my god. That makes me so happy. I'm so glad everybody seems to be liking the Wander characters a lot, cause like, get ready. Like, Wander's on the way, man. Like, when it eventually comes up, you'll be like, oh, I was there before Wander even happened, you know? Alright, let's do Kitty. Let's do Kitty. Alright, I use one icon to like measure out the spacing so I don't have everything be all like wacky. Oh, I absolutely adore Kitty because she's this like bright-hearted, like happy spirit who's just like, she's a celestial being, so like her dad's literally a constellation in the sky, and she has like, as her rite of passage to become like a constellation, she has to come down to Earth and be human and like learn what it's like to be human. So she's kind of got this alienness to her as well, which is really fun. Because she has no idea about like anything, but she's always so excited by it, where she's like, oh, Finn taught me about this exciting thing the other day. It is called a spoon. And they're like, yay, yay Kitty. And she's just so freaking cute and wholesome, and she has no idea what's going on at any point in time. It's so fun. Like, the characters are just so fun in this show. I love it so dearly. Oh, I can't. I love her design too. Like, there's just so much to her design that is like so remnant of like an era of mine for sure. Kitty's cat hat. It's actually alive. It's like her little like pet. It's more like, I designed it in the past to be like a witch hat, but honestly, I already have a lot of witch hats. It's a mythical series about witches and wizards. So this one's more like a bucket hat, which I felt fit her a little bit better, like her character, because she looks more like a little gardener. So I was like, dang, it'd be a lot cuter if it was a bucket hat to go with like her little dress. Plus, I just obviously really like drawing overalls, so, you know, what can I say? Excuse to draw overalls? Yes, please. Obviously, it should be fairly obvious that I'm overall obsessed. Look at Wild Child. Alright, so I think for her animation, it'd be really, I really like her staff. She has like this little orb, like, staff that has like a little cute little cat collar on it. Man, I don't know. I want to use the orb staff, and then again, I kind of want to animate the hat, too. It'd be really cute if the hat, like, jumped off into her arms. So let's do, like, one frame of it, like, hopping off. Where it goes up. And then she can catch it. I think that'd be cute, too. Both are a cute idea, but... And she's like, oh my god. Hello? But I'm gonna have to move her up a little bit, because the hat's gonna take up a big part of the screen here. Where the hat's like, yay! And I think it'd be really cute if, like, she had, like, a little, like, a doinker out of place underneath the hat, because she always was wearing it. There we go. So she'll be standing there, and her hat will jump off. And then it will go back on. And that's the sketch, the concept. Okay, that's a little too quick. There we go. That's better. Alright. Alright, I have to look at the chat now. Who am I drawing? Wonder characters. I'm doing some ArtFight stuff today. She is so darling. That is the best descriptor I've ever heard for Kitty. Darling. Oh, so true. Fellas Ultra. No, right, no. Like, when accessories are, like, more than accessories to characters, like, they're a part of their character. Like, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's, like, my favorite thing, for sure. Because, I don't know, I think about the things that I like, that I have in my life, like, in that, like, things that are, like, signature to me, like my jacket, like my maroon colored jacket that, like, the jacket I always draw myself in, the jacket that's literally in my PNG tuber as I'm speaking, I'm wearing it, I'm always wearing it, always. And it's a jacket that means a lot to me, because, like, I've always used jackets as, like, a safety article. Like, jackets have been my way of comfort for a very, very, very long time. Like, since Blackbird's era. They're comfort items for me. And this jacket in particular is really important to me because it was a jacket that my brother asked me to get for him when he had spinal surgery. Which was a huge, major surgery where he had to learn to walk again. Just really, really bad time for both of us, but I was like, hey, I'm going to the store, do you want me to pick you up anything? And he was like, please get me a jacket, it's so cold in here. But he was like, you know the jackets that I like. I don't like normal jackets, I want like a big, oversized jacket. And I was like, okay. Does it matter what color it is? And he was like, no, I don't care, I just want it to be big, and like, I'm tired of being cold in the stupid hospital. And I was like, so true, bestie. So I went to the store, and it was kind of like a sad, like, Walmart visit, where I was just, like, grabbing a bunch of stuff for him that he wanted, because, at that point in time, my parents were involved, but very, very minimally, obviously. They were not getting him anything he ever asked for or cared for. So I was the one who was being the parent in the situation and bringing him clothes and food and stuff to make him more comfortable. And so it was like kind of that sad thing where I was just like, man, life is awful to both of us. Like, where are my parents? Like, why am I the one getting him his comfort items? But whatever. At least I can. I have the means to. And so the jacket ended up becoming something that when he came to his senses, because he was like on a lot of different medications, okay? When he came to his senses, he looked at it and he was like, this is the ugliest fucking jacket I've ever seen. And I was like, wow, you're so rude, dude. Freak you, Evan. And then he was like, you can have it. Like, I don't want this stupid jacket. It's so ugly. Like, I don't like that color. And I was like, fair. You didn't tell me you wanted a color. Whatever, dude. Fine, I'll take it. I'll take it. And this is actually the first piece of clothing I've ever gotten that is masculine. It was the first piece of clothing I've ever bought from the men's section with my own hands and my own choice. So it's a big symbolic item to me because it's like the epitome of my entire life is in this jacket, where I'm just like, I use it for comfort, to cover up my arms. I'm very self-conscious about my arms. And I use it to stay warm in a place I'm not acclimated to. It's the first masculine piece of clothing I own. It's a piece of clothing I bought because of my parents being horrible to us. And it's something I bought with care for my brother, and it was given to me by my brother. There's so many things about one piece of clothing that I own and wear every day that is so important to me, and it's more than just a piece of clothing to me. And like that works for characters too. Like there's so much to clothing, and that's exactly why I like human characters so much, or at least humanoid characters so much, because like, oh my god, clothing is literally the most expressive, personal thing, and I love drawing it more than anything. Like, clothing is literally my favorite thing to draw ever. Like, that's why in Brightside you'll see them have like 500 outfits by the end. It's crazy how many outfits I put all those characters in. Because I just love it. Clothing is such an important thing to characters. Oh, Winter the Wolf, you got dinosaur pajamas? That sounds so rad. Dude, what is up with mask pajamas being so comfortable though? I've got some of those too. I have so many mask pajama pants now because they're just so, they're like so soft and so nice. I love them. I need to get some more dino themed stuff. I know I say that if it's shitload, but like I want more. Oh gosh. I'm getting some water. Hold on, chat. Ah, there we go. Whew. I need to drink a lot of water today. Oh, Sachikoko, you save like clothing just to draw your off-season. That is so smart and fun. Oh my god, I used to love doing that when I had social media. I don't have social media anymore, unfortunately. It's just, I have no control. Like, I have got to like be really careful online because I have like social media addiction problems. So it's like, I have to be so careful. I would totally use it more, especially for stuff like that! Okay, I gotta get out of my pretzel. I've been sitting in a weird pretzel and everything is aching. Hold on. Ow. My legs are so sore today, and I have no idea why. You think my arms would be sore from using my wheelchair. I don't know what is up with that. Okay. Oh, dinosaur current hyperfixation, let's go. I do love dinos. Mono, you should see my room. I have so much dinosaur everything from Haley era. Like, I still like them a lot, obviously. I think I'm more like frog right now. Which are just tiny dinosaurs, let's be real. I can't wait to go to the zoo next. Oh, so I can look at all the frogs. They have a big tomato frog at my local zoo, and I see him every time, and I'm like, there he is, he's so chunky, let's go. I love them. I love their little beady little eyes, they're so stinking cute. I love frogs, dude. Frogs, big symbolism, you know? Oh god, I'm so tired. My favorite dino, Doten stuff animations. Plesiosaur. I like the aquatic dinos the most. I like aquatic dino a lot. I love aquatic dino, like Mosasaurus, slay Mosasaurus, Plesiosaurus, slay. I love all of the little underwater guys. Or above water, just live in water guys. I love water. Period. One that brings me to my next subject. Something that Kitty finds really fun, like one of her like hobbies and studies, is actually zodiacs. But it's like my in-world zodiacs, so it's not the same as our world zodiacs. So in case you watch Wander and you're like, what the heck? Like, there's so much lore to Wander that is just so fun and whimsical. Like, every single thing is different, like, quite literally. It's just a sillier version of our world. Where, like, we have, like, days of the week in Wander, but they're all different names. Depending on, like, there's, like, a certain, like, story the days of the weeks are, like, based off of in Wander, and they're different. They also have different seasons, they have different names for months, they have different passage of time. Then we have 5 days in a week. They have different numbers for everything, different names for everything. And so zodiacs are really different too, but she's really interested in zodiacs because she's a celestial being. And she's always like, oh, actually, this is quite accurate. I have found in my studies that this is actually quite like this, and they were not wrong. And then some other things will get her absolutely enraged, where she's like, oh, like, example, like, if she was like, I don't know why everyone generalizes Pisces to be emotional. That makes no sense, blah, blah, blah. Like, she will just go on and argue with you about zodiac stuff, which is really funny. So she's very much like this zodiac girly TM, but in the sense that she's trying to, like, I guess prove which ones are actually correct. She's so actually about zodiacs. So it's like her interest is that she goes into a class and she sits there, like, eye twitching, like, this teacher is wrong and they have no idea. Actually, it's like this, and I would know because I'm a star, smiley face, and then the teachers are always like, thank you, Kitty. Because it's actually pretty rare for a celestial being to, like, be on Earth, because they're only there for a short period of time to learn to be human, and then they go back and they become a constellation. Pretty much heavily inspired by Super Mario Galaxy, if you've ever played Mario Galaxy. It's very Mario Galaxy adjacent, like how Lumas are in that game. It's very, very, very bittersweet at sometimes. Oops, I always forget to draw the nose. God dang it. I always forget to draw the nose. What is my deal? People have noses. Why is this such a hard concept for me? It's because some of my art styles I don't draw noses, like Persona Project, and then some projects I do, and it's kind of confusing. And then I forget to draw the noses, and I'm like, oops. Oh my goodness. Come on, program. Get with the program. It does not want to do that. It's very sad. I have to very slowly cut out this. Oh my god, okay. Alright. I'm gonna need to take a brief break in a moment. Oof. I really don't like it when I feel so bad. It sucks. I could get, like, nothing done. You're watching the stream 6 minutes behind. Oh, you poor thing. There is, like, a weird delay, like, sometimes. And it's like, I don't understand how this happens. But, like, yeah, I'm also, like, a bajillion years behind somehow. Like, the live chat's live, but I also have my stream pulled up on another thing so I can see how it looks. Make sure it's running properly, but, well, yeah. I don't know why that does that. My Zodiac sign phase. Berry Panda, I feel like it's a canon event for everyone to go through a Zodiac phase where they, like, are fixated on them or care a lot about them. It's, like, so interesting. I hear so many people going through this. I was one of them too. Like, it's just, like, a thing that happens. I don't know. Sometimes it's nice to think that there's, like, a, you know, some kind of, like, answer for everything in the stars, which is really cute and wholesome. Like, honestly, like, it's really cute. Oh, wait. Trying to make them blink, I forgot about that. There we go. You drink a lot of lemonade, Sachikoko. I made some lemonade yesterday. It's pretty good. Do you have any tidbits of wander lore you could share? I have so much wander lore. It is, like, I have like a master document. It's gonna be crazy by the time it's out. But like, I don't know, I have like such fun names for everything. Like, instead of like I know Milo's favorite food is like blueberry pancakes, right? But like, I thought it'd be way more fun to be like, let's make it sillier. Like, what's sillier than blueberry pancakes? And I was like, oh my god, what about, like, we make a blueberry as a different name, like blubberry. Like, they're blubberries. They're blueberries. Blubby blueberries. And then, I was like, oh my god, instead of them being pancakes, what if they're pan snakes? Like, they're, like, long, like, lines of batter. Like, why would you make a circle of batter? Like, they're like long lines of batter. And so they're like, blueberry pan snakes is like Milo's favorite dish. And it's just so silly. Everything in the world is that silly. Like, everything. Like, their little curse words are silly as freak too. Like, one of Finn's favorite curse words is to say, like, it's kind of like the equivalent of saying frickin', where it's not like cursing, but it's just like a lighter version of the curse word, where they say goopin'. Like, that's so goopin' stupid. Like, he always is like, you gotta be goopin' me. It's so freaking dumb and silly, like, saying that's so goopin' stupid, or like, you gotta be goopin' me. You gotta be goopin' kidding me. It's so funny. Like, the whole series is just gonna be the most, like, silly as heck thing, and, like, we need it. We need it in this world. That's why I'm making it extra silly and fun. Because the whole series is about not taking itself so seriously. It's just about life in general, not taking life so seriously. They're just... The whole show is just about being, like, here's what truly matters. Because, like, I see a lot of videos online, especially lately, of people being like, I forgot that this was almost like, I almost forgot that, like, this is the point. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like I get caught up in that too, where I always kind of forget, like, the point. Of, like, you get kind of caught up in, like, whatever negative thing is going on, or, like, whatever thing is just important at the moment, and it feels like a big deal, but then you kind of forget, oh yeah, wait, we gotta slow down a little bit. So, I don't know, the whole point of the show is to slow down, stop and smell the roses. It's about the journey, not the destination. Big themes for Wander. Really pumped for it. It's definitely gonna be in, like, the Persona Project style, like the same kind of animation, where it's gonna be bouncy and lip-synced and fun, above all else. And I'm hoping to go for cast accuracy, so that way the cast members match the identities of the characters, and so it's a really, really authentic story. Alright. Eyes done! Awesome. Then we'll do the mouth, and then we'll do the hat, and we'll be good to start coloring. Do swear word unlocked. That's really funny. Everybody's saying goopin'. I like how Pyves is peeking out of the corner. Yeah, you know, that was a product of last stream, and it's just gonna keep getting worse. Yay eyeballs! Thank you, just a child of ours. That's funny as hell. Yay eyeballs! Fun things to say in PetPyves live chat. Fun things to say. Okay, couldn't decide what facial expression I want to do. I think I will just stick with my little O face. There we go. Alright, we'll do the hat. Oh, she's so cute, I love her. Okay, turn on this. Alright, what I like to do with these kind of things is I'm gonna kind of like do like a downwards motion before I go upwards, because it creates more of like an impact. I still will have to cover up like most of this frame here. I'm actually going to turn off most of everything we did just so I could see what I'm doing a little more clearly. Boop. What happens when she has to return? The cat hat, I think it's just going to be a part of her constellation. Almost how like you have Orion, who is like attached to the Taurus constellation. Like it'll be like the two constellations. Like I always imagine her constellation will be her like doing almost like a ballet dance kind of point dance, and then like maybe her nose is touching the nose of a cat in the sky kind of thing, like because she likes to dance. So like that, I have a very specific thing in mind. It's not ever gonna happen in the show, but it'll be implied that like that's like what the future will be like. But like the whole point is to like focus on now and not the future, so the point of the series is definitely not to be like, oh, eventually everybody's gonna leave and it's gonna be sad and horrible, but like I mean that's kind of how life is too, but like we don't do that all the time. Like that would just be sad. So that's kind of what it's gonna be like. It's gonna be like, oh, it's implied that you know like what's gonna happen, but you don't ever really see it happen. Also, this is gonna be a really funny smear frame. I'm just gonna do a smear frame of the hat, like, falling. Falling down. It's also fun because I made it more of like a bucket hat, so it kind of looks more like a ghost. Alright, here we go. And it's gonna land in her hands. There we go. Alright. Oh! I almost threw my Switch. I mean, it sounds really bad, but it's charging underneath my desk and I almost, like, kicked it over. The glint of violence in Peeves' eyes will get bigger every stream. Yes. Now we're talking, now we're talking. Brightside X Persona Project crossover when? I made Brightside in Haley's era, so we'll get to talk about Brightside in Haley's era. Parker's era is like full of a whole lot of other stories, actually. That Brightside's not that old, actually. Alright guys, keep it positive in the chat, mods included. Positivity please. I need it desperately. Alright, bucket hat cat time. Bucket cat, if you will. Alright, we'll get the little... I think I'll do like a... I love doing this kind of little face. Where it's like, yay! A little yay happy face. Okay. That'll look a lot better when it bounces. And then we will have it bounce back up. The hat's gonna be like the most animated part of this whole thing. which I'm very happy about because I enjoy the like little animations, I guess. Okay, he's gonna go wee, and then we'll recycle some frames we already had, just like this. Yeah, it's so cute! Oh my god, this is gonna be so adorable. Holy cow, holy cow. Okay, let's turn everything back on, and then we'll get ready to color it. Okay, let's check out the line art so far. Oh, so cute! Okay, I'm gonna take a very brief break. Quick bathroom break. But in the meantime, you guys can hang out and chat. If you have any more Q&A questions, start gathering them up. I'll try to get them when I come back, but I will be right back. Thank you for being patient today. Okay, I am back. I will check up on chat. Welcome back. I'm welcoming myself back. What am I saying? Hi. I'm sorry. My brain is on another planet right now. Is this a Wonder meme? Oh, I'm sorry, Fizzy. No, it's not a Wonder meme. We're doing ArtFight icons. Catching up on my chat here. Does Parker Era talk about the dream at Sort of 12? Yes! Yes, Fizzy, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Also, you did a dono while I was away? Oh no, I hope it comes through. Come on, dono. Come on through. Come on, do it again, do it again. There it goes. Alright.
Happy time zone friends. Watching this while recovering from a cold. My dog is watching the stream with me. Hope you all are chilling nicely. Holly, use this for food. French fries, maybe? Or that broken window.
Oh yeah, the broken window. Thanks for reminding me. Thank you, Fizzy. Oh, I hope you feel better, dude. I hate when you're sick. Oh, that sucks. Being sick sucks, dude. I'm so sorry. And yes, I do have some fun French fries. I got some shoestring fries this week. I'm very excited about it. They're delicious. Aww. You got Animal Crossing? Oh, that's so fun! One man show. Whoa, it's also a great username. Aww. Oh man. Smooze Magoose, it's been so long since I've seen you. Oh my goodness, I hope you're doing well, dude. Dang, it's been so long since I've seen you. Oh, I hope you're doing well. I can't stop saying that over again because I get excited. I recognize a lot of you. I don't know if anybody realizes that. I'm very much like a quiet person when it comes to most things. Because I don't really respond very much because I have like a whole personality disorder about, you know, socializing. But, outside of that, I do really cherish a lot of you. Especially people who recurringly come onto the channel and are very positive. And I'm like, I remember you, I remember you, I remember you. So, in case you ever like be like, oh, like, I don't know why I comment. Like, no, please keep commenting. I see them all and I cherish them very much. I'm gonna flop into the chat, so turn. Oh, lazy artist. Oh. That's okay. This is a good spot to flop down into chat. Holly, I'm gonna make my own era soon. Opinions. Like, if you're doing a current era, I mean, like, all I gotta say is be true to, like, what you are right now and how you feel you are right now and have fun with it, honestly. Like, symbolism is everywhere. You can find lots of different symbolic ways to represent yourself. It's just, like, important that you capture it really well because you're gonna look back and you're probably not gonna remember it as vividly as you do right now. I think that's gonna be the coolest part about, like, doing current era stuff, like when I get to Robin, is that I'm gonna look back, like, several years after I finish the project and I'll be like, oh my god, I remember when I was like that. But, like, not as vividly in the future as right now. Oh, goodness. Ooh, crinkle cut fries, berry panda. I've had a lot of those lately. I've kind of, like, gotten sick of them, but they are very good, and, like, textures are really wonderful most of the time. Oh, Fizzy Dizzy, it's okay, guys. I appreciate all your comments. Like, do what you want, to do what you can. Don't feel pressured. Del Wolfie Animator, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Fries are so goated. Dude, I could eat fries, like, for the rest of my life. As, like, the only meal I eat for the rest of my life. Like, I love potatoes so much. Maybe it's the Irish in me. I don't know. Got that Irish in me, I guess. I just can't with french fries. They're just the best food. So lovely. Sweet potato fries are really good, too. I actually had some sweet potato tots, like, little puffs. They're, like, pretty darn good. I love dipping sweet potatoes in ranch, dude. Oh my god, that sounds strange. But, like, sweet potato and ranch is genuinely such a good food. Like, call me weird, I don't care. I like my sweet potatoes and ranch. It's delicious. Scrumptious, nutritious ranch. I always have dairy-free stuff because I have food allergies, but, like, yeah. What are my safe foods? Do you like roasted potatoes? I like potatoes any kind of way, shape, and form. Like, you can't make me a potato I'm not gonna like on, like, /gen. And waffle fries are superior. But I can list off my safe foods. Oh, Maddie! Thank you so much for the dono, Maddie. You're so sweet, dude. Oh, you know I'm getting you on ArtFight this year, Maddie. I hope you know. I hope you know. It's like tradition now. I didn't get to do ArtFight last year, but you better believe I'm getting you. You've had so many fun characters, it's so over. Slash, like, positive and slash LH. Like, I mean this in the nicest way. I'm going to destroy you on ArtFight. Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, my safe foods right now, like, have been, white rice and beef. Like, ground beef and rice. I've been cooking my rice with, chicken stock as well, or vegetable stock, or any kind of stock to kind of, like, give it a little extra protein and flavor. So I've got, like, my beef and rice has been, like, a big comfort food for me. And I also have been using, like, vegan meat, so, like, vegan beef, like Beyond Beef, too. And that's been really nice, because sometimes I can't handle meat. Like, sometimes I'm very, like, meat adverse. That's why I call myself an almost vegan. I would be a, like, 100% vegan if I could, but I'm not physically well enough and rich enough to be a vegan. So for the most part, when I can, I try to eat vegan. Also, this hat is, like, blocking my view of this character right now. There we go. Oh, sorry, there was a lot of words and my brain was not processing a single one. Oh. Trying to catch up on chat. Venomous spider. If Blackbird has broken wings, how does she fly? She can fly for short bursts. And like, she can glide and she can go for a short period of time, but she can never get away, like, is the point. Is that, like, she's not, like, free. Birds are very meant to be, like, a symbol of freedom, and she is not, because she can't actually fly away. She's very much, like, stunted where she's at. So that's kind of the reasoning behind that. Alright, I'm gonna collapse some of my layers early, because I am just struggling with the flashiness of all this. So let's fix it all. Boom, boom. Alright, cool. Almost there. We're gonna get the mouth colored in, which I do include on my reference sheets, because I've definitely had my fair share of making reference sheets that were not helpful to artists, because I didn't really understand, like, what I needed. But now I know a lot more, like, what is very helpful when it comes to making a ref sheet. Like, stuff that's not on the ref sheet that, like, might be helpful. Like, oh yeah, the color of the mouth. Like, nobody really thinks about, like, oh hey, if my character's mouth isn't open on the ref, you don't really know what color it is. And it could be anything on- it could be any color on planet Earth, and you're never gonna know. Unless it's on the ref. And also, like, the shape of their teeth. And, like, everything. Like, there's so many small details that artists could take creative freedom on if it's not on a ref. And I try to at least do, like, a front and back. So, that's, like, just something I've learned in my many years of doing art, especially when it comes to, like, getting art commissioned as well. Like, the more details, the merrier, I've found. I don't think anybody's ever gonna complain about a ref sheet being too detailed. Like, I will be quite shocked if that ever comes up. Alright, so let's get this pink. Hehe, I love the little hat so much. What a goober. Alright, we'll add all the bounciness and it'll be really fun and cute. Cool. Alright, let's fix the pacing on it, because I think it's a little fast. Yeah, it's a little too fast. Let's fix her. Boing. Alright, now we'll add the boing yoings. I love doing the bouncy animations. I submitted some art. Yay, Shelly Fossilin, thank you so much. I love the art. Dude, I love when people submit fan art. It's been so fun. I saw somebody make fan art this week of my cat shattering the window. That was so funny, dude. That made me so happy today. It made me so happy. When it was like my cat yelling at another cat being like, "Did you call me a kitty pet?" And then like beats up the window, and I'm like, that is really funny. What's my opinion on instant noodles? The greatest plan. I have a couple of instant noodles that I really like. I'm definitely more adverse to like the really, really unhealthy ones, like I'm very cautious about what food I eat and like the ingredients being good. And I know a lot of instant noodles tend to be pretty poor quality ingredients, which tends to scare me a lot. So I usually get like really good ingredient ones, and then they're really good. From experience anyways. So, I don't know. I like them, but for the most part, I will make my own ramen noodles. Like, I get like plain ramen, usually made from rice. I really like rice noodles, and then I'll like make a bunch of really fun stuff to go in it. Like, I really like tofu. I make really good tofu. So I'll usually make tofu to go into my ramen, and like vegetables and spinach and all kinds of really yummy stuff. to go into it to make it healthier. So I am very cautious about what I eat because I have a lot of allergies. I have a lot of like health problems. So on occasion, yes, instant noodle good. But I do like to be extra with my noodles for the most part.
I discovered your channel from Brightside. Love your stories. Did Kitty always have your hat and does it have a name?
Yes. I can pull up the oldest image I have of Kitty actually. Hold on. It always, yes. She actually like used to be able to turn into a cat. Like the first design I had of her was really different. Like she definitely fell more into like the celestial being thing. She didn't always have the cat, but it was a cape instead. Like here you can see it was like the green cape. The cape was supposed to be alive and it was almost like a magic carpet kind of thing. But it was like way too much going on with this design. Like there was I could not animate that. Like are you crazy? Like I don't know what I'm saying here. But then I took the cape and turned it into a hat instead because I had enough capes between a lot of the characters, so I try to keep their outfits diverse. So the hat is since 2022. It's been like that. So a few years it's been consistently like that. And it's just called Cat with a K. So together they're Kitty and Cat. You know, kitty cat. Awesome. So we got the hat bouncing, and now we'll do some separate bounce animations for these two. Oh, this little Animal Crossing song is so pleasant. So darling, if you will. Anytime I want to chill, it's always Animal Crossing. That's like the first thing I go to. Alright, let's do that. Oh yeah, I forgot I already did it, LOL. So I was like, what did I do wrong? There we go. Forgot that the hat bounces independently. Whoopsies. There we go. Alright, let's do like an up here. The bounciness is always experimental. I always have to like play around with it to see like how it works. Alright, let's maybe do the up on the... Okay, maybe, I don't know. This is always the hardest part, is deciding where the bounces go. I always get so fussy about it. Hang on, I'm in a pretzel again. How do I end up in these pretzels? How do I always end up with my legs all tangled up. And then I'm like, why is everything falling asleep? Oh, you guys are talking about fruit in the chat. Let's go. I wish I could have more fruit. I just don't like it that much. It's too, like, inconsistent for me. I know this might sound a little silly, but, like, I don't know, like, it's the autism in me for sure. Like, fruit is so inconsistent. Like, it's, like, no matter what, every single grape you eat, if you're eating, like, a bundle of grapes, every grape you have is different. They all taste different, they're all textured different, and they're always different. No matter what. And it's like, that's the thing I can't get behind when it comes to fruit. I'll eat canned fruit because I can't stand the, like, inconsistency of raw fruit. Like, it just drives me wild, and it's just definitely an autism thing. So, like, I'm glad everybody can enjoy fruits. I feel like I'd enjoy it better if it was frozen for sure, but it's hard. My favorite fruit? Right now I've been eating bananas. That's been incredible. Like, I can barely eat. So, like, eating any fruit at all is, like, a big deal. So I've been eating bananas, which is just, again, incredible. Alright, we're gonna do a pink background for her, because she's my pink girly. And I'm gonna get my little outline, and then she's done. And I think since the poll did say, like, Lance was next, I'll end up doing him next. Fruit is half my diet. That's great! Fruit is so good for you. I have to like sneak it in. Like last week, because all I'm eating is rice. Last week I made turkey, like ground turkey and rice, and then I cooked apples and carrots together and put it in the rice too. So like the apple, it was like apple carrot turkey. It was really yummy. But I had to like sneak the apples in and cook them up and be like, see, they're not like apples anymore. And I was like, oh. Strawberries are really good too. You guys have very base fruit preferences. Also, we're all done with Kitty. Look how cute she turned out. Her little hat hops down. It's so cute! Smoothies. Oh, I love smoothies too. This has to be really, really well blended, because if there's even one little chunk of fruit, I will die. Dude, I hate eating food. Same alien thing. Same. I hate it. It's a chore. It's awful, and it just makes me hurt. I hate it. But it is a necessary part of life, unfortunately. I do try to make it as enjoyable as possible. I made some steaks last night, because I really like steak lately. Oh, goodness. I am getting very tired. I want to keep going, but I'm really tired. At least start on Lance. We'll start on Lance. Not sure if we'll get to the end. I definitely feel like I need to lay down. I have chronic fatigue, so if you don't know what CFS is, it's kind of like my body is physically tired, like I've walked around Disney 4 times, but for no reason. Even though I get rest, even though I eat well, and even though I do everything right, my body is just collapsed, and I'm fully cognitive and awake, and I don't want to sleep or lay down, but my body is broken. Oh, alternative universe, Lust Wave. Oh my god. I cook my steaks, like, I pan sear them, and then I cook them with rosemary and garlic. Oh my god. I love rosemary. Rosemary's my favorite herb. So delicious. It goes with everything. It's just so yummy. I usually do beef tips. I do like smaller steaks because I can't eat that much, so I do like tiny steaks, which are really fun. Yeah. Why can't we make energy out of our skin? That's a good, like, I want to go outside and absorb the sun like an alligator and, like, absorb the light into my scales and be like, yes, I'm ready, I'm gonna go animate for 50 years, let's go. But unfortunately, we are not alligators. Sad. I know. Awful. Okay, so, like, Lance is, like, got these very different shapes from everyone else. Which is fun. I love Lance though, like, Lance is such a fun character. Lance has this, like, jock boyfriend too, which is really funny, who's just like, the most epitome, like, jock character ever. And it's just so funny, because Lance is so philosophical and is, like, studying animals and history, and it's just so, like, such a deep, like, mental, like, based kind of characters. Just, like, all of their strengths are with their mind, and then they're with this, like, big, like, football player dude who's just like, I love my smart boyfriend, and then Lance is like, I love my dumb boyfriend. Like, they have such a fun freaking dynamic. Oh my god. I went back and forth on hairstyles for Lance for, like, ever, because there's so many fun, like, people of color hairstyles that I wanted to represent, and I was, like, struggling to pick just one for him.
I keep forgetting to do my thing. So, $3.
You've kept up that bit for so long, Mal. It's so funny, dude. $3. Thank you. Oh, I love Holly in the background. So cute too. Oh my god, there's so much cute fan art. Oh, so much love. I appreciate it, guys. That's so freaking fun. Oh man. Also, just to chat photosynthesis. Do you like raccoons? Yes, I like raccoons, says Raccoon Gremlin. I wonder why you're asking me if I like raccoons. That's like, you're like 2 raccoons in a trench coat. Like, I know that. Like, and you walked up and were like, hey, how do you feel about raccoons? And I'm like, that's definitely 2 raccoons in a trench coat. But I actually do like raccoons. I didn't go all the way through. Oh, Mel, you can say what you're gonna say in the chat. I'll say it out loud and I'll do my best impression of the text-to-speech. How about that? Our era, or am I just... Okay, the Holly that you, like, that's my PNG tuber and shows up in Persona Project is just me as I am right now. Robin era is just gonna encapsulate, like, the past, like, 3 to 5 years, or, like, the next 3 to 5 years, because it started, like, a year ago. So, like, eventually Robin era will come to, like, a close, and, like, I'll still be my present self, but, like, I don't know how to explain it, it's a little odd. Oh, like, it just said the first part. Okay, I don't know. I was like, Mal, I'll make it say it. I'll do the text-to-speech. Oh, alien thing, it's okay. You guys donate if you can. If not, it's okay. Like, it's totally not necessary. I make ad revenue off of just watching videos. So, like, even if you just like and watch videos, you're already supporting me for free. Like, it's totally chill. Like, you already do enough. But if you can, it's super cool and appreciated. It keeps everything a lot more stable for me. I mean, I was able to afford my wheelchair that I really needed, and I'm eventually gonna get a new PC because this one's blowing up in the background. So... Whose lap rest opened up the heavens? That's so funny! Oh, that's a funny way to say this reading. Fave character or era to animate? Obviously, Wild Child. She's just been so fun. Like, she's literally the most fun character I've ever animated. She's so shape, and I just can't get over the design. It just turned out so good. Alright, can't wait to do Lance. I don't have a canon design for Lance's pets yet. Because Lance obviously is gonna have a lot of pets, because that would be the thing that I'd want to do. So maybe I'll do like a... like, pulling up a book and reading, because like, Lance is kind of a dork like that. So maybe I'll have him like... pull up one of his textbooks and like, bury his face in it, because that's definitely the kind of character he is. Because he's just very much like a shy, kind of like, stay away from me, kind of intimidating, seems very scary, is actually not. The thing about Lance is that Lance has been Milo's, like, childhood friend, like, has been friends with Milo forever. So it's, like, one of Milo's closest friends. Like, all the characters have different kind of, like, friendship dynamics and everything. Like, they're all friends, but they all have been friends for different amounts of times and stuff like that, so... I don't know, I think that's kind of fun and important, because high school, it's not like everybody's like, we're all friends, and we've been friends since kindergarten, like, I hate shows that do that. It's like, that never happens. So they come from all places, it's really cool. Oh, I'm getting some water. Mohad's World. It's not like my present self is an era. No, it's just like a narrator. So that way you can tell, like, what I'm saying as, like, who I am right now versus, like, I guess if Robin era was speaking. Because Robin era, like, the era that I'm currently in views things and does things a lot differently than, like, how I use myself as a narrator. Like, if I was using Robin throughout Wild Child's era, it would have felt a little bit disconnected. Like, if Wild Child was being held by Robin and being... like, treated well and, like, healing with Robin instead of me, you know? That's why I ended up doing that. It's not that I'm like a separate era, like technically Robin era is happening right now. I just haven't told Robin's era story or done much with it because it's still happening. I still know it's a thing though. Donate dad jokes. This is the greatest plan. Now that is the greatest plan. Don't trust the stairs. They're always up to something. See, that's great. I will take jokes. That's freaking awesome. Like, yeah, like, Fizzy, yeah, like, I don't know. There's, like, there's something about, like, I love my childhood friendships and stuff, but, like, everybody, the only thing they commented in Persona Project was, like, do you still talk to them? Do you still talk to them? And it's like, no, I don't think most people can say that they've had their preschool best friend their entire life. Like, I feel like that's a pretty rare thing. Like, I feel like it's really normal for people to kind of go through different kind of relationships in different stages of their life. Like, oh, you know, you can separate your elementary school friends from your middle school friends. Like, they're probably very different. And it's like, yeah, that's just kind of how that is. Like, from my own experience anyways, it just seems like that's just how it is. And it's like, I don't know, like, I feel like most people are just like, do you still talk to them? Do you still talk to them? And I'm like, do you still talk to your kindergarten friends? Because I don't think that's very common. I think the people that I still talk to this day are, like, friends that I've had in high school and college. So more recent people who I've met. But, like, I still have contact to some of my elementary school friends. But, like, for the most part, like, we're all adults and, like, we changed so drastically. And it's just, like, I don't know, like, they were great for friends at the time, but, like, yeah, I just don't have connection to them anymore, and that's, like, totally okay. Like, normalize that, you know? So that's what I'm kind of doing here, where it's, like, a mix of, like, hey, we have a couple friends from, like, middle school, and then we have brand new friends who've just met in high school. What's Lance's sexuality? Lance is bi. Lance is a raging bisexual. And Lance does have a preference for men, because bisexuals are allowed to have a preference. They're not strictly supposed to be exactly half and half women and men. They can have preferences and be like 80% men, 20% women. They're still bisexual, they're still valid. Like, I see that a lot in bisexual struggles. I have a lot of friends who are bi, and they always feel like they have to be, like, perfectly split. Or, like, either that or their bisexuality gets erased if they happen to be in, like, what appears to be a heteronormative relationship. Like, if a bi guy gets with a bi girl, it's immediately viewed as straight kind of thing. But they could both very well have different preferences and be bisexual. Most people won't ever see that. So, like, that's kind of, like, the thing that I was trying to go with this character, is that I'm trying to capture more of that bi experience of, like, he has a preference and, like, that doesn't make him any less bisexual. He's still bisexual. He's just like, I really like guys, but, like, if the right girl came along, I think I could love a girl, and I have loved girls, and I've dated girls, but it's just like I have a preference for guys, and it's just like, that is totally valid and fine. And I don't know why that's such a difficult concept for most people to, like, understand. Wow, I just realized, like, I could probably get away with only drawing the body once. Oh, I could! That's awesome! Wow, it's like the first animation I've done today where I don't have to, like, draw a bunch of frames. More dad jokes! Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm gonna read all of them. Okay, hold on. What do helicopter pilots use to cut veggies in the kitchen? A chopper. That's so good! Oh my god. That is very good. Every time I walk my dog in the park, the ducks try to eat him. That's what I get for buying a purebred dog. That's awesome! Oh my god. Why do skeletons not like to dance? Because they have no body to dance with. But yeah, every part of every sexuality is so valid, and it's like, yeah, it's almost Pride Month, and like, I don't know, I'm trying to explore the more deep LGBT topics that are very present in our world, because like, there's a lot to like Allie's character too. I'm not gonna be able to draw Allie on the stream, which sucks, because I'd really like to talk about them. But Allie has two moms. Like, I'm just gonna say it right now, Wanderer doesn't have a single straight character. And that's kind of the point. Because I'm trying to draw attention to the fact that, like, there are a lot of media out there that doesn't have a single queer character. And this is gonna be the one piece of media that doesn't have a single straight character. And I know that some people are gonna be like, what? But that's not fair, and I'm gonna be like, well, you know what else is not fair? Not having queer people either. So, try to raising awareness in like a little bit of a cheeky way of like, no, this is just the one thing that's just not gonna have straight people. You have everything else on planet Earth. Let us have our one thing, you know? Because there's plenty of straight rep. In fact, that's kind of all there is. There's definitely more queer rep nowadays, but it's been a long time coming. And so, Allie is a non-binary character, and I really want to emphasize the non-binary struggle of being attached to your assigned gender at birth, and that your assigned gender at birth actually does play a big factor, especially like in trans people. I see a lot of trans people like who kind of erase the gender that was assigned at their birth, which is fine, and I understand that everybody has a different experience of being trans, but from what I have understand from being in the trans community and understanding like my brother and my closest friends is that it's kind of a part of you, and it's like most of my friends who are trans can look back and be like, oh yeah, that was back when I was a boy or a girl, and I'm not that. And so like I want to really cover the fact that Allie is AFAB and the internalized issues that come with being AFAB and then transitioning to non-binary. Because Allie has two moms, and there's a lot of femininity, there's a lot of like queer pressure, especially like performative feminism kind of issues present in Allie's household. Just a really deep project when it comes to like a deep dive on LGBT topics. Like, it's gonna be a lot, and it's definitely gonna be like playing a factor into my characters, because like the fact that I'm AFAB plays majorly into like so many aspects of my life, medically, like emotionally, like there's so much that plays into me being AFAB. I can't just ignore that I'm AFAB. It's just a part of me. And that I think is really important for like especially young queer people to understand, is to be a little bit more accepting of yourself, if that's helpful to you. Like, I don't know. I definitely have watched my own friends and my own family just struggle with that concept as a whole, of just accepting your past for what it is. And I feel like that's important, so we're gonna talk about it in Wander. Like, Allie's gonna go through a lot of like non-binary struggles, also just like the presentation side of like, you don't owe anybody androgyny, because people mix up androgyny with non-binary, and just a lot of stuff like that. Just a whole lot of really important things that I feel like I never see. Like, I really never see it. I never see anybody like Finn is trans. He's trans mask, so he's also AFAB. And like, Finn has a period. And it's gonna come up. And it's not something we should ignore. Like, yeah, trans men can have periods. Like, not everybody gets, you know, every surgery ever. Like, And it's just not everybody fully transitions either. Some people are okay with the way their body is. And, like, Finn is definitely, like, self-conscious about it, but is gonna be open about it and will be like, hey, like, yeah, that's just something I deal with. It's just, like, an acceptance, like, periods do suck. And it's just like, I don't know, I want to talk more about things nobody talks about, because also my characters are in high school and they're like awkward. They're like awkward teenagers. It's the perfect time to talk about that stuff. You know? To me, I just find it, like, the things that we are celebrating lately in storytelling, in the world of storytelling, the things that I've noticed that most people are like, oh my god, I love, is either involving a queer character, or the fact that, like, normal human bodily functions are actually being represented properly. And it's sad, like, why is that such a monumental thing anymore? Like, I want to talk about that. Like, I want to be like, hey, I want to talk about, like, the AFAB experience of, what if nobody teaches you about your period and you're just sitting there being like, what is happening? Am I dying? Is everything okay? Because, like, yeah, spoiler alert, I didn't have anybody help me when I started my period. I was alone. I passed a note to my teacher and I said, like, I needed to go to the nurse because I thought I was, like, dying. And when I went to the nurse was like, oh no, you're just a woman now. And I was like, what does that mean? What does that mean? And then they were like, ask your parents. And I was like, what do you mean? My parents aren't gonna tell me anything. What does that mean? And it was just such a confusing thing. It did not have to be confusing. It did not have to be as bad of an experience as it was for me. And, like, if we just normalized it just a little bit more, it would have made Blackbird a little bit better. A little bit happier. Just, it's like one of those things where I'm hoping that the show will help someone. Because, yeah, I don't know why it's, I don't know why it's not talked about. Like, yeah, like, everybody's period is also really different, and, like, I feel like that's also to be talked about, because, like, everybody likes to dismiss periods, like, this gross, horrible, disgusting thing, and, like, nobody should ever talk about it, and it's so personal, like, stop talking about your period. And it's like, no, everybody's symptoms are so different. I get so physically ill, I get a fever, and, like, sometimes I throw up. Like, when I was a kid, I would be throwing up, and having a fever, and dying on my period. By the way, which was not normal, and now I know I have, like, an actual condition that goes along with it, but yeah, like, it's the fact that we're just told as AFAB people to shut the hell up and stop complaining is annoying, because, like, we have a different, literal, whole different ass experience, and, like, trans people especially, like, need to be listened to when it comes to this, because, like, it can make them dysphoric, too. Like, there's a whole layer, like, an extra layer, especially, like, when it comes to that kind of stuff, like, for both genders, like, for all genders, it's like, yeah, like, we should be talking about stuff like this more. So, that's my goal. Wander is just, like, a big, big eye-opener series. Like, I talk about that stuff all the time, and it's gonna be like, these are not characters from Blackbird's era Beatles. Hell, I do more than Persona Project on my channel. In fact, this is kind of my break from Persona Project because it's a lot to work on, so I have other projects. Oh, God. Everybody's sharing your period stories, yay! I'm so glad. It's so normal, it's so normal, like, there's such a big population that goes through it, like, it is so normal, and, like, we just need to talk about it more. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be something that comes up in my show. Because, I'm sorry, as much as I love, like, Turning Red in Disney and everything, that shouldn't be a novel and new concept to, like, talk about periods. They even kind of avoided it in the movie. Like, yeah, they they like had some period products, but did they do anything that was like revolutionary in the sense of like, oh, teaching you how to put a pad on? Or did they tell you about, hey, maybe use a heating pad because heat will help? It's an inflammation, like, you know, your muscles are inflamed and heat will help reduce the inflammation. No, we're not going to talk about, you know, how to actually take care of a period. We're just going to make a joke about it. Like, you know, I as much as those things are revolutionary, I do have to hold them accountable and be like, look, I don't know if this is the best rep out there. I feel like maybe they could have done a little bit more considering it's like, I don't know, Disney. But, again, what am I expecting from Disney, actually? I'm just doing Lance's little, like, reading eyes here. Gotta get them going back and forth. I said Laz. What? Lance's eyes. I have another character named Laz who I play D&D. Lance's eyes are really bright and colorful, and they're so fiery and fun. Okay, let's do this a little faster. Okay. I'm messing up my reading animation right now. Oh, yeah, I remember the Baymax show. Yeah, they did a really good episode on that show, but like, nobody ever talks about it. Nobody ever talks about that show. Nobody ever talks about it. The Week of Red sounds so funny. That's a really good way to call it. I don't know, I think it's stupid that we have to create all this language around it that's like not calling it what it actually is. Like, oh, I don't want to hear if you're on your period. Say something else, like your time of the month. And it's like, no, I'm on my period. It is what it is. Sorry. Like, I didn't choose to have one. God forbid, tell me, dude, tell me if you have one that you would want one. Like, no one wants that. I promise. I love Big Hero 6. It's literally one of my favorite fucking movies. I will defend that movie to the grave. I swear to God. I stand nuclear explosion eye colors. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Because, like, yeah, I, like, more and more realize that I am such an eye strain enjoyer. And I'm just like, oh god, I love bright, neon, annoying characters more than anything. Alright, let's get this little book drawn. There we go. I think I will just move the image down a little bit. Look at this. Yes, you read your little book, Lance. Let's go. So cute. I love him. I love him. He's so cute. I love him. I think I gave him a tooth. Yeah, I did. I always love giving characters one tooth. You know what? We'll give you the same expression the entire time. There we go. There we go. Alright, sweet. Time to color this. Alright, we're done 3 characters so far, which is great. Time to color, time to color. I also love Lance because he has little toe beans! He has toe beans! Like, tell me this isn't, like, the best character design. Aw. Welcome, Cash. Thank you for popping into the live. That's fun. Oh, Froggy-mation, you're so brave for performing even when you're on your period. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh, Spuds, that's so sweet to have a calendar for your partner, for your boyfriend's period. That's so sweet. That is so sweet. Oh, Koifor, you know, like, Bryson, like, Bryce is literally always squeezing the toe bean, so he reflexively takes out his little claws. Just, like, sheathing and unsheathing Lance's claws, and Lance is like, please, please stop. But, like, acts like he hates it, is like, stop, oh my god, you're so annoying, but is secretly like, but you're holding my hand, heart emoji. Yeah, so cute. Lance beans. Oh, chocolate and Gatorade. That's a good combo, Lazy Artist. That's a really good combo. Oh, you guys have so much great support. See, support for periods. This is what I'm saying. The more awareness, the more support there is in the world, and it's just so good. It costs $0 to be aware. It costs $0 to be kind to people who have periods. Oh my god. This is what I'm saying. I hope I can, like, really do a good job helping people better understand periods and better, you know, treat them like, I don't know, maybe they're real. And they're not just gonna be ignored for the sake of it not being icky wicky. Like, I don't know, seems childish to me that we would look at, like, an actual physical condition and be like, ew! Like, hello? Do we do that when, like, we blow our nose because we have boogers? Like, do we shame having boogers? No. Sure, we're like, ew, that's gross, but, like, we don't, like, come up with whole secret words for saying that we don't physically feel good. We don't come up with a whole secret language of being like, I have, you know, I am down in the dumps today, or I'm under the weather today, like, as, like, a secret code word for saying, oh yeah, I have boogers. Like, no, we don't fucking do that, because this is not weird or abnormal to have bodily functions. Oh my god. Oh, it's cool, Buggy. Thank you for the fan art. So freaking cool, dude. It'll probably pop up next stream. Hecky yeah. Raccoon Gremlin. Yeah, my brother was a big Lala Loopsy person. He kind of gatekept it for me. So my brother never let me watch Lala Loopsy with him, but, like, he was always, like, obsessed with them, and then would not let me be a part of that obsession. Legit. There were some things that my brother just strangely would just never allow me to do. And that was one of them. I'm gonna make the blinking slower, because I think Lance is like a calmer character. I'll do a 4. Ooh, maybe I should mess with it. Hold on, I'll mess with it later. I'm like messing up my frame stuff. There we go. I always try to change my animation stuff while I'm like in the middle of it, and I'm like, wait, don't do that. There we go. Oh my god, everybody's going off about Lala Loopsy. One time an unused, unopened pad fell out of my friend's bag, and all the guys were like, I'm so traumatized. Oh my god. Just as good. That is so embarrassing for them. Like, what are you gonna do? And I guarantee most of those boys are probably straight. What are you gonna do when you have a wife? What are you gonna do when you have a girlfriend? Like, sorry, but being informed is actually really beneficial to you if you ever want to date anyone who's AFAB. Like, that boggles my goddamn mind. Like, I cannot understand why, like, anyone who isn't AFAB doesn't want to get informed, because, like, you probably have at least one AFAB person in your life who could benefit from you being knowledgeable. Like, it costs $0 to Google something, man. Like, I just don't get it. Be kind. Choose to be informed and be kind. What the freak, chat? Damn. I'm going crazy over here. Oh, let's go. Hello? Is it just
Hi, Holly.
Okay, there it goes.
I'm at work right now, but I have to say I love watching your content, especially the Wobble Dog series.
Yes.
I will watch the whole stream when I get home. Also, I had a Lala Loopsy pony as a kid.
A pony? I didn't even know they had ponies. That's awesome. Oh, thank you, Chelsea. That's so freaking nice. Oh my god. Blueberry. That's awesome, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I love Wobble Dogs too. I'm glad there's so many people recently who have been like, I love this series so much. And I'm just like, thank you. And same. I also love this series. Like, I mean, you should hopefully be able to tell by the amount of storytelling I put into it. And like my little Wobble Dogs lore. Because that's just like how I play video games. Otherwise, it's so boring. Like, I have to make like an entire like story and like set of characters. And I don't know, it's just so like fun to me. I can't. I have to make so many characters at all points in times. Oh, I did not space this out correctly. Oh no. Hang on. I'm trying to spell cryptozoology, but I need to like space it out a lot better. Okay. Crypto. Zoo. Also takes all my brain cells to spell, apparently. There we go. It's cryptozoology. Boom. I just realized this is the little song that like the little Animal Crossing characters sing. That's really cute. Oh my god. Why did I never think of that? Why did I never like put that together in my brain? Oh. Oh goodness. Everybody's still going on about periods. As you should! Make it normal! That's really awesome. Yay! I'm so glad everybody likes Wobble Dogs. Oh my god. I'm actually making a really cool, like, document of Wobble Dogs with all of the codes to the dogs, so that way if you guys want to, like, add the Wobble Dogs into your own games, like, if you also play Wobble Dogs, like, I'm trying to gather as many codes as I can. There's a couple dogs I can't get the codes for, and I'm, like, literally morbidly depressed about it. But aside from that, I am working on, like, I'm gonna put, like, a document in the description of Wobble Dogs that, like, leads to, like, all the info on, like, each dog, and, like, I'm, like, really working hard, because, like, I have the autism that makes me make an absurd amount of documents. Like, I just really like making lists and documents, and, like, that's my autism superpower. So, like, when I finish my extremely elaborate Wobble Dogs document, you guys could be able to add them into the game. And then I'm hoping that, there'll be a section at the bottom for people to, like, add in their own dogs that we can put into the world. So, like, we could introduce some, like, other random dogs into the game that come from, like, the audience. Which would be so freaking fun and cool. I would die. / positive. So, like, yeah, it's gonna be really fun. So that way there's like a specific dog you really like, you could just put him in your game. Oh, man. Okay. Almost there. And we gotta do some little up animations. Oh, Able Sisters. How iconic. Alright. I like to make the bounces slower when it's a character that's more laid back. Like Lance. Lance is so laid back. Look how chill. Oh, I love it. Such a cute animation! Eee, it's so cute! It turned out so cute! It turned out so cute! Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get a background. Background time. Alright, we're gonna go red. Is it the same as Finn's red though? Let's find out. It really truly is. Okay, now it's slightly more pink, which I can get with. I can get with Lance being more pink than red, because he is baby. Alright, there we go. Yes, I care about, like, if my backgrounds are the same exact colors as the characters. I try to let them be their own little individual colors. I know it doesn't matter, but, like, I have OCD, what can I say? And sometimes I can't explain my patterning issues, but sometimes I just have to obey and be like, yes, yes, showbiz, thank you, I'll do that now. Not sure why, but I will. Aww, Gina, that's so nice to have a Google Doc for all of like your cats and dogs, like little plastic thing. Oh, that's so fun! You're like inspiring me. I love making documents. Holy cow, I might want to do something like that. That's really, really inspiring. Thank you for sharing. Oh my god. Buggy, that's so awesome. Autism is great because you never know what you're gonna be fixated on. Like, you really can't control it. You really never know what it's gonna be, but it's always something really, really random from my own experience, from what I understand of my own autism, just picking the most off-the-wall random stuff, and I'm like, wow, I am fixated on this, and it's just like, okay. Like, I have a thing with baskets. I have baskets and containers and boxes. Like, I love baskets and boxes and like just anything that has like a lid, like a container. Oh my god, jars, like, I don't know what it is. Just putting things in a jar makes my brain so happy. Oh my god. And also getting a basket or like a bucket. Oh my god, I love buckets too. Holy cow. It's so funny. That's the one nowadays where I'm like, it's such a random thing. Okay. So, I'm gonna start wrapping up because I'm so tired. But we did get to animate, we animated Wes today in her mad scientist potion. Which is cute and adorable, and she's having a good time and she's normal, and I love that for her. And then we got Kitty with her hat. We're doing a cute little animation of her little hat jumping down and saying hi, which is cute. And then we also got to do Lance reading his cryptozoology book, which is so cute and fun. And yeah, that's kind of like the little animations that we got done today. That's just what we got to do, and I appreciate everyone's patience while I'm doing what I can. Because that's what I'm celebrating right now. In my very bad chronic flare-ups, is that I celebrate what I can do, not what I didn't get to do. So I'm happy I got to hang out with you guys. I'm happy I got to do a couple little icons, and I'm gonna take a rest after this, and then maybe I'll get to animate today. It's been really hard to animate lately. It takes a lot of focus, and it takes a lot of energy that I don't have, so thanks for being patient. In the meantime, I might be able to get another Wobble Dogs out, because Wobble Dogs has been fun. I'm glad everybody's enjoying that, so. Wobble Dogs is a lot easier on me to edit and get out than in animation. Especially because it's trauma work on top of it. It's just very heavily loaded. Hello, Penguin Oats. I am doing as well as I can. I hope you're doing well. Yeah! If you guys have any last minute Q&As, I can do a little Q&A thing again. Just solely focusing on the questions in chat, which if I can click on this. Wow, there we go. Yeah, just a friendly reminder in the meantime. Pyves plush is going up, like, very soon. June 10th is going to be the time to sign the petition. And if we get enough signs on the petition, we get a Pyves plushie. And that'll be really fun because, like, basically, you don't have to sign up for the petition right away. You just get first dibs, and you get a discount on the plushie. But if you are like, oh, I can't sign the petition now, basically once it's funded, you can just buy a Pyves plushie, like, they'll just make them, so it'll be really rad. You'll have, like, a whole month to, like, buy it when it does eventually go through, so there'll be plenty of time, but we do need to get the petition signed first before we can even get them produced, so it's really exciting. That's kind of like my little exciting thing going on in the background right now. I'm gonna draw all your characters as raccoons. Yes, that is so fun! I would love that! You should submit it as fan art next time. There's a link in the description, by the way, to do that. Another dad joke. The people at the zoo told me they were tigers. They ain't lying. Oh my god. That's great! Have I played Tomodachi Life? Yes! I've been a huge Tomodachi Life fan for, like, ever. I literally reference that game so much. Like, I used to make my character have the ugliest voice. Like, and I used to be like, my name is Holly. My nickname is Holly. My birthday is March 4th. And I always say that all the time. I'd always be like, my name is Holly. My name is Holly. And people would be like, what is that? And I'm like, that's a vocal stim from freaking Tomodachi Life. And like, if you don't know what I'm saying, basically the game, you could like pick different voices and then pitch it, but if you pitch it too wrong, it gets really weird. And I used to pitch my voice to be really ugly on purpose because I thought it was really funny to listen to me talk. My impression is incredible because I played too many hours of that game. Alright, listen. Have I seen Hamilton? No, I'm not a musical person. I have not seen Amphibia yet. And yes, I've seen Aristocats. Yes, yes. Ugh, Double Feet Animator. My DS. I literally play it every night. I love my DS. Like, to this day. Favorite project I made of YouTube? Brightside. 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 Brightside's my favorite. Brightside. I heart Brightside. I know how I have, like, all of my children lined up and I'm like, I love these characters. I like push them all to the side. I'm like, Brightside. No, this is my favorite child. Like, you don't understand. Love Brightside so much. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, Leo, I love Ninja Turtles. Mikey, my beloved. I love Ninja Turtles. I grew up on that stuff. Yes, I do know they're making a new Tomodachi Life. I am very excited. They're also making another Tamagotchi Shop Connection, which I'm like a huge fan of Tamagotchi Shop Connection. Oh my god! Like, I am very much an obscure gamer. Like, I like obscure retro games, so like when they bring back something really goddamn bizarre, like Tamagotchi Shop Connection for the goddamn Switch, I'm like, what? Like, I never expected it. I know nobody cares about that game, and they're like, whatever, but I was screaming when that came, like, on the direct. I was freaking losing it, dude. Oh, I love it. It's such a fun game! I love Tamagotchi. How do you like my eggs? Or how do you like your eggs in the morning? Eggy the fruit bat. I can't really eat eggs anymore, but if I could eat eggs, I would probably like them, like, over medium. So, like, not like over easy where it's like really runny, but kind of a little runny to where I could dip my toast in it. And yes, I like Heartstopper. Just a child of Iris. Heartstopper, great. And I have watched Gravity Falls. Chess is good. I watched it with my brother, and by the end we were holding each other crying because the sibling energy was off the charts, and we were like, oh my god, this is so us. My brother is so dipper coated, and I'm so maple coated. It's crazy. What did the vending machine say when it ran out of soda? I can't. Oh my god. Oh god. Opinion on slime. I own a lot of slime. I have lots of slime. And no, I have not watched Murder Drones, the one and only. I don't think I could. Not my style. I very much am like a happy, colorful cartoon kind of person. And it seems a little grungy for me. Seems a little dark, seems a little, violent. For me. Do you like Undertale? Raging with a Hollow. I just played Undertale last night, literally. I love Undertale, and I'm playing through it again, right now. Before the new Deltarune chapters come out. Yes, I've heard of Epic. I don't watch musicals. I don't care for musicals too terribly much. It's not that they're bad, it's just not for me, and that's okay. That's okay. You guys can enjoy your musicals. It's just that the musical fandom also terrifies the shit out of me. Like, I mean this in the nicest way. You guys are nice, but like, you guys scare me. Too. Like... like, yeah. Opinion on bubble wrap? The best? What do you mean, opinion on bubble wrap? I have not met anybody that doesn't like bubble wrap, and I'd be sad if they were like, ew, no. Everybody's like, yay, Undertale. Undertale is just so freaking timeless. God, it held up so well. I just replayed it, I'm like, dang, this game is like, it's old, but it's so good. Like, it's crazy. I don't play any horror games. I think Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. No, that's a horror show. It's something horror adjacent. I don't do anything horror. I'm very sensitive when it comes to that kind of stuff. I get nightmares extremely easily, so... I can't have nightmares. I have to be careful what content I consume. What did the cat say when her owner tripped over her own feet? You gotta be kidding me. What are my fandom fixations? Oh my god. That's a good question, Witch of the Wolf. Right now, it's kind of rough. I don't really, like, have anything I, like, really am hyper fixated on, except for Brightside. Like, Brightside's my own fandom, but I'm fixated as hell on it. I'm fixated on, like, D&D, I guess, because, like, all my D&D characters I'm really fixated on. And that's kind of been, like, it lately, I guess, other than, like, Wobble Dogs and, like, Animal Crossing and just, like, I don't know. I've been addicted to one really random reality TV show that I can't control being fixated on, which is, like, called Tiny House Nation. It's, like, a tiny house, like, building show where they build houses, and I don't know why I'm goddamn obsessed with it. I'm also a huge fan of Siri Pixel Biologist. She's a YouTuber who I've followed for, like, 10 years, like, literally. And she's, like, always been, like, a constant for me. Do you have any advice for people questioning their gender? Take your time. I'm still questioning my gender, so I don't have very much advice to give you other than just be patient, because, like, every day is different. Literally, every day is different. Like, there's some days where I'm like, I love my voice, and I love who I am, yay la la, I'm so happy, and then the next day I'm like, I will never speak again. I want to rip my arms off of my torso. Like, there are days where I am not happy. So, like, be patient. I imagine it stabilizes at some point. Unless you're like me, who's probably gender fluid. I'm thinking I'm gender fluid, and it might just be like, there is no peace for me, I guess. But I'm just genderqueer right now. Just be kind to yourself and be patient. And also try things out of the norm. Like, I tried... What is my gender expression I tried? Oh, I finally got a bag. Like, I was so scared that if I had, like, a bag that remotely looked AFAB, like, adjacent, like, where somebody could call it a purse, I would be immediately, like, nobody would ever take me seriously. They'd never think I'm mask if I have a bag. So I got, like, a very gender-neutral kind of, like, messenger bag. And I'm like, cool. Now I have, like, something to express my gender with, you know? It's, like, very neutral, and I like it. Oh, God, I need water. Thank you, Cosmo, for the fan art. Let's go! That's gonna be so cool. I'll see it next stream. I'll see it next stream. What did the baker say when pestered by his customers? I do not want to talk to you, dude. This is the greatest plan. I love your puns. This is so wonderful. Gender fluid or gender solid? I want to be gender solid. I miss when I was gender solid. There are days where I reminisce and I'm like, God, it was so easy when I was just like a girl. It was so easy when I just didn't think about it and I was just blissfully a girl in a girl's body and like nothing ever stirred that pot, and then I'm like, oh, here I am today questioning my gender, and I'm like, it's really freeing and beautiful and wonderful and it's a great experience, but enough at the same time I'm like, I miss being gender solid. I miss it sometimes. God. There is a lot of factors that go into being trans. It's way more than just physical features. You also don't have to experience dysphoria to be trans. There's lots of resources out there as well. I would honestly watch a lot of YouTube videos from real trans people who share their experience, and like there's a lot of good advice I've gotten from trans people, because I thought maybe I was trans mask, but after listening to like 15 different trans mask stories, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't think I'm trans mask. I think by hearing about other people's experiences, I was like, I don't really think that's my experience. So, it's one of those things where if you're in between, like, I'm also between gender fluid and trans, like, I don't know what I am, but I think I'm realizing more because of the, like, big beautiful internet and everybody being able to share their stories. Listening to other people and their experiences, I'm like, oh wow, I don't think I have that experience. I think mine is different, and watching more gender fluid people, I realize I align more with them. So like, finding a community and like, you know, doing more research can help you. I feel like just getting, you know, info from real people who have already experienced it and can share their wisdom. This is why I think queer elders are so important. Stream specific joke. What do you call it? Bisexual ghost? Boo bye. That's so great. Froggy extra points for creativity and making it on brand. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh, the Wolfie animator. Oh, that is such a wonderful thing for a character to just do that. I have that with Lucid from Brightside. They can't change it, like, at will, but their gender changes based off of the dreams that they have. Like, if they're a different gender in their dream, they're a different gender. And it's really cool. Like, there's a lot of different ways to explore gender in characters. I think that's really neat. What did the trans guy wear to the masked ball? A trans mask. That's great! You just completed his transmission. That's so good. Oh god. Oh, thank you for the suggestion, Koi4. I always love, like, people who are online who can give, like, really good, valuable information. Like, it's so good. I'm so happy that the internet can sometimes be a great place. You just gotta know where to look, you know? You just gotta find the right spot. Wiggle in there. Okay, guys. I've been yapping for, like, a while. I went on for a lot longer than I thought. I thought I was only gonna make it, like, an hour in. So. Sorry for the ones that just joined. I apologize. I'm not feeling too hot, so I need to lay down and eat something and recharge time. So I will do that. And this week's gonna be rough. I don't know if I'll have any uploads, genuinely, but I will try. Might be able to get one out. It's just like I can barely sit at my desk, so it makes it really hard to make videos. But I do have a procedure coming up. I don't know if I'll see you guys until after that. So after my procedure, I'll probably give an update, maybe in like a community post. I'll say, hey, my procedure went like this, and here's what's next, because I will get a lot of answers from it, so I will do my best. I'm gonna be doing a lot of surgery prep stuff, so I don't know how great I'll be at making videos, but I'll sure try. If anything, Wobble Dogs might be in our future, so thank you guys for supporting me again through such a pivotal time. It's like last year I had eye surgery, and this year I'm having this surgery, which that's like always gonna be something with me, so I appreciate people actually understanding what it's like to like support a queer disabled artist. Like, it's not just like, oh, I can make videos 24/7, yay. It's definitely like, okay, I have bouts where I'm gonna feel quite bad and have some pretty serious things go down, so like, it's nice that you guys are still like, hey, take your time. Like, it's like, thank you for being understanding, because most of the world does not. Last minute hydration check. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that as I put on the end screen. Okay, how about that? There you go. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thanks for all the donos this stream. That was really fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed learning more about some of my other characters and projects and random life rambles. That's kind of the essence of my streams. And thanks for the chill time. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It was very nice. I feel like a human today. It's beautiful. Aw. Okay, guys. Talk to you soon. I will keep you all updated. See you next time. Bye-bye. Boo-bye.